Welcome to the fantasy audiobook. Rebirth. My aloof school beauty girlfriend is too sweet. Chapter 61. Zhang Che. Just then, an acquaintance walked towards me. Wu Qingshu. Along with Wu Qingshu was his friend Wang Zhen. Lao Zhang, your love rival. Li Hao said something in Zhang Che's ear. He is not worthy of the title of love rival yet. Hearing Zhang Che's domineering words, Li Hao stretched out his thumb to give Zhang Che a thumbs up. The voices of Li Hao and Zhang Che were not too loud, but not too quiet either, just enough for Wu Qingshu to hear. Wu Qingshu was already very angry with Zhang Che, but now that he heard Zhang Che's words just now, he was so angry that he suddenly became angry. Just when Wu Qingshu was about to step forward to find fault with Zhang Che, he saw Zhang Che take out his mobile phone from his pocket. "Hey, Brother Sen, what do you want from me?" Upon hearing the call from Tang Feizhen, Wu Qingshu quickly stopped. The last time he asked someone to beat Zhang Che, he was caught by Tang Feizhen, who gave him harsh words. He said that Zhang Che was his brother and had saved his life. If he knew that he was going to trouble Zhang Che again in the future, don't blame him for turning against him. He still wanted to pursue Tang Yunren and couldn't offend Tang Feizhen. Considering this, Wu Qingshu quickly took a detour and walked away. You can't afford to offend him and run away, right? Li Hao looked at Wu Qingshu, who had walked out a long way, then turned to look at Zhang Che's cell phone with a black screen. Stop pretending, he's already scared away. Zhang Che put his phone back into his trouser pocket. Lao Zhang, you are so good. You have made your future uncle on your side so quickly. Li Hao said with admiration. I just got one, but there are two others, which are even more difficult. Zhang Che got a headache just thinking about the other two uncles. Do you want me to help you investigate? No need to trouble you, I have a solution. Does he need your investigation? His three uncles often beat him in his previous life, so he shouldn't be too familiar with them. Wu Qingshu drank the ice pulse to reduce fire with a blue and purple face. Old Wu, why didn't you confront Zhang Che just now? Wang Zhen asked curiously. You think I don't want to? It's not like last time. Next, Wu Qingshu told Wang Zhen what happened last time. So that's it, then it's going to be a headache. As soon as Wang Zhen finished speaking, he looked across the road. Old Wu, look, that girl, I'm not interested in any girls. Except for Tang Yunren, he didn't like anyone. No, look quickly. How beautiful is it? Wu Qingshu saw Wang Zhen being so excited and thought, is that girl really that good looking? Wu Qingshu looked in the direction Wang Zhen pointed, and there was a girl sitting in a wheelchair. She's quite cute, but she's not that good looking, right? Are you so excited? No, look carefully, she is Zhang Che's sister. Zhang Che's sister. Wu Qingshu's eyes widened and he looked at the face of the girl sitting in the wheelchair again. Wang Zhen helped him collect all the information about Zhang Che some time ago, including his sister. He had seen photos of Zhang Yuan, and he looked a little bit like Zhang Che. She is really Zhang Che's sister. Zhang Yuan was shopping at the convenience store opposite. Let's go there. Boss, give me a box of spicy strips. Zhang Yuan took out his mobile phone and scanned the code. At this time, two unknown people stood in front of her. What's the matter? Zhang Yuan looked at Wu Qingshu and Wang Zhen in confusion and asked. Are you Zhang Che's sister? Wu Qingshu's attitude was not very good. After Zhang Yuan could see that the two of them came here with bad intentions, his attitude became not very friendly. You care whose sister I am, does it have anything to do with you? Wu Qingshu choked at Zhang Yuan's words. This little girl is just as bad as her brother, and just as annoying. You are Zhang Che's sister, this matter has something to do with you. I am indeed Zhang Che's sister, so what? If you have anything to do, go to Zhang Che, and don't bother me or delay me from eating spicy strips. Hey, you, Wang Zheng was about to get angry when Wu Qingshu stopped him. I'll tell him this in person. Wu Qingshu faced Zhang Yuan, go back and tell your brother to stay away from my girlfriend, do you hear me? Really your girlfriend? Zhang Yuan looked at Wu Qingshu with doubtful eyes. No, yes, she is my girlfriend. She's your girlfriend, why are you still stuttering? When did I stutter? If it's really your girlfriend, you should tell her to stay away from my brother, okay? You, Wu Qingshu pointed at Zhang Yuan with his finger, his face turned blue and purple with anger, and his fingertips were trembling. At this time, the boss brought a box of spicy strips that Zhang Yuan asked for. Little girl, you want the spicy strips. Before Zhang Yuan reached out and took it, Wu Qingshu snatched it away. I'll tell you again, go back and tell your brother what I said and tell him to stay away from Yunren, otherwise I will make him look good. Zhang Yuan stared at the spicy strips in Wu Qingshu's hand, and his eyes were about to burst into flames. In the past, when Zhang Che tried to grab a bag of spicy strips from her at home, she would fight him tooth and nail. Now that her whole box of spicy noodles has been snatched away by Wu Qingshu, she has the desire to eat people. Hey, I'm talking to you, do you hear me? Deaf. As soon as Wu Qingshu finished speaking, Zhang Yuan suddenly raised his eyes with a fierce look. Zhang Yuan took a deep breath, and the Hedong lion roared. Are you still a man? No wonder you can't steal my brother, you can't coax girls, and you can intimidate me in a wheelchair. Is this all you have? Can't you use some above-board means? You can't use this time. Think about how to please girls. For a man like you, even without my brother, girls will still not like you. Unless all men in the world are dead, then you will have no competitors. Otherwise, even if you don't have my brother, there will be other people trying to rob you. Are you going to find their families one by one and threaten them? And you bully me, a disabled person. Isn't it embarrassing for you? I see you like this, and I will do it for you. You are ashamed, I despise you. Zhang Yuan was shocked by Zhang Yuan's bombardment and stood motionless, stunned, staring straight at Zhang Yuan. Give me back the hot strips. Zhang Yuan yelled at Wu Qingshu extremely fiercely. The store owner stopped watching, snatched the box from Wu Qingshu's hand, and handed it to Zhang Yuan. At the same time, he cast an extremely contemptuous look at Wu Qingshu. HMPH, you still want to steal my spicy noodles? Zhang Yuan said angrily and left the convenience store on his electric wheelchair. Hey, stop. Wang Zhen chased out a few steps and found Wu Qingshu standing motionless. Old Wu, she left, why didn't you chase her? Wu Qingshu opened his mouth and sighed. Forget it, let's not pursue it. Huh, no more chasing, why not? Don't you think what she said makes sense? What? Wang Zhen picked his ears. I think what she said makes sense. Wang Zhen was confused for a while, are you being called stupid? Let's go. Wu Qingshu turned and walked in the opposite direction from Zhang Yuan. Hey, Lao Wu, wait for me. Asterisk. Zhang Che arrived home for a while before Zhang Yuan came back. Did you go buy spicy strips yourself? Speaking of this, I almost died of anger. Zhang Yuan said angrily while holding the spicy box. What's wrong? Who is in a hurry to reincarnate to provoke you, a little devil? Zhang Che, call me brother. It's not all because of you. There was a man who just took my hot stick and asked me to give you a message to keep you away from his girlfriend. Wu Qingshu. Zhang Che immediately guessed it was him. I don't know what his name is. I just heard his friends call him Lao Wu. Wang Zhen. That's right, it's Wu Qingshu. Did he do anything to you? Zhang Che's face instantly darkened, and his eyes scanned Zhang Yuan's body up and down. If he saw any trace of something that shouldn't be there on Zhang Yuan's body, he would definitely go to Wu Qingshu desperately. His sister can only be bullied by him. Yes, I have. Yes, where did he bully you? Zhang Che was gearing up, waiting for Zhang Yuan to say it out, and then settle the score with Wu Qingshu. Didn't I just say that? He robbed me of spicy chips. Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's it, isn't this enough? Zhang Yuan said angrily. Zhang Che looked at the spicy tiao box in Zhang Yuan's hand. Speaking of which, this girl had been holding the spicy tiao box tightly since she came in just now. Obviously, she was afraid that he would snatch her hot strips. Thinking of the past, when Wu Qingshu snatched a whole box of spicy strips from her and she fought him to death just because he stole her spicy strips, the volcano would erupt. Thinking of this, Zhang Che lit wax in his heart for Wu Qingshu. I wonder if he is okay now. After dinner, with nothing to do, Zhang Che spent 10,000 experience points on a lottery. Maybe he would get something good if he was lucky. In fact, there are many good things in the mall, but they are too expensive, costing at least 5 figures. He spent 10,000 experience points and could draw 100 times. Maybe he would draw something rare and good. If he didn't draw once, he would chat with Tang Yunren and tease her, and the experience points would come back. System, lottery. Good luck. Thank you for participation. Thank you for participation. Thank you for participation. Thank you for participating. Stop, stop, stop. My luck seems to be a bit bad today. If I continue to draw, I may say, thank you for participating, 100 times. I want to think so, but humans are the kind of species that refuse to admit defeat. Zhang Che is no exception. He always feels that if he doesn't take one more shot, he might miss out on 100 million. Smoke it again. If he smokes it one last time, he will stop smoking. Thank you for participation. He still doesn't believe in evil. Smoke it again. Thank you for participation. Thank you for participating. Zhang Che didn't want to talk anymore after this prize was drawn. Am I happy in love and frustrated in the casino? Host, there is one last viewing left, do you still want to smoke? Anyway, there's only one last time left, smoke. He doesn't believe it yet. If he still can't get it this time, he will. Thank you for participation. Zhang Che shut up and said nothing. Flags are not randomly erected. One last stroke. He couldn't smoke it even after 100 times in a row, which made him feel unspeakably blocked. Fortunately, his obsessive-compulsive disorder is not very serious, otherwise he would definitely have to wait until he draws the prize. Just when Zhang Che was thinking this, a different system reminder sound finally sounded. Congratulations to the host, you have drawn a Crow's Mouth Experience coupon, which is valid for 1 week. The Crow's Mouth Experience voucher, as the name suggests, does not require any systematic explanation at all, and he knows what it is used for. It's nothing more than a mouth. What if I say that Wu Qingshu choked on drinking water or choking on eating? Telling you to bully his sister. Cough cough cough, Wu Qingshu spit out a mouthful of water. Wu's mother hurriedly patted Wu Qingshu on the back. Why are you in such a hurry to drink water? Cough cough cough, Wu Qingshu coughed continuously and his face turned red. After a while, Wu Qingshu slowly recovered. Time to eat. Oh, Wu Qingshu smoothed his hands on his chest and sat down at the dining table. Eat some braised pork. Mother Wu gave Wu Qingshu a piece of braised pork. This is Wu Qingshu's favorite dish. As soon as Wu Qingshu put the braised pork in his mouth, before he could chew it, the meat slipped directly into his throat and became stuck, unable to go up or down. Ah, Wu Qingshu pinched his neck and rolled his eyes. When Wu's mother saw it, she was immediately frightened. She quickly stood up and hit Wu Qingshu on the back hard. Zhang Ma, come here and help. Hurry up. Hey, it's coming. Mother Wu and Mother Zhang hit Wu Qingshu on the back with all their strength. Wu Qingshu rolled his eyes wildly in pain and was speechless. He thought that the braised pork was stuck in his throat. What's the use of hitting his back? Finally, Wu Qingshu rolled his eyes and fainted. I don't know whether he was choked by the meat, or was smashed, or was speechless. The next day, Zhang Che drove to Zijin City to check on the renovation progress. On the way, I passed by a Family Mart convenience store and stopped to buy 2 bottles of water. As soon as I entered, I saw an acquaintance. Mikeson. Mei Xin looked at him with a hostile look. If looks could kill, Zhang Che would have been cut into pieces by 1,000 cuts. Zhang Che ignored Mei Xin's hateful gaze and walked straight past her, doing whatever he was supposed to do. Mei Xin's good friend Chen Yan shook her hand excitedly. Xingxin, look. He's so handsome. I feel he's even more handsome than the varsity boy in our school. TCH, can handsome people be used as food? Let me tell you, don't be fooled by his appearance, he is just a pauper. Listening to the sarcasm in Mei Xin's words, Chen Yan asked doubtfully, do you know him? I know him. He is my best friend. I have investigated him. He is a migrant worker from the countryside. His family rents an old house of several dozen square meters. He also has a disabled sister. That's it. It's a pity that such a handsome face was lost. If the family conditions were a little better, I might even take pity on him and be his girlfriend. Hearing this, Mei Xin suddenly remembered something. That is Zhang Che's girlfriend Tang Yunren. Tang Yunren is the campus beauty of Zhongcheng University. Anyone who pursues her can probably hold hands and walk around Zhongcheng University. Why does Tang Yunren fall in love with Zhang Che? Needless to say, he must be fooling her, Just like he fooled her at the KTV 2 nights ago, with 3 houses in Chushui community, a BMW worth 700,000 yuan, and a villa in Zhejiangkang. Okay, didn't you destroy her and Li Hao? Today she is here to destroy you and Tang Yunren. Just when Mei Xin was thinking this, she glanced at Tang Yunren walking on the side of the road. What a coincidence. Just right. When Zhang Che paid for the water, he also saw Tang Yunren across the street, and at the same time, he also saw Mei Xin running over in a hurry. What is this Mei Xin going to do? After Zhang Che paid the money, he followed quietly. Tang Yunren. Mei Xin called to Tang Yunren. Tang Yunren frowned when she saw it was Mei Xin. To be honest, she hates scumbag men, and she also hates scumbag girls. Everything Mei Xin did to Li Hao in her previous life made her despise him. Originally from Li Hao's family, he could live a life of lavish spending and food and clothing, but in the end he ended up like that. After Li Hao was sent to the hospital by a loan shark, she met Mei Xin by chance, kissed me and other men, and smiled happily, as if Li Hao's matter had nothing to do with her. What do you want me to do? Tang Yunren asked with a cold face. Looking at Tang Yunren's cold expression, like a flower on a snow-capped mountain, Mei Xin rolled her eyes wildly. She's so beautiful and amazing. Haven't you been deceived by Zhang Che? I'm here to remind you out of kindness that you should break up with Zhang Che as soon as possible. As soon as Zhang Che came closer, he suddenly heard this sentence, and his eyes towards Mei Xin suddenly became dangerous. He wishes you never find a spare tire in your life and never get married. Anyone who marries a woman like Mei Xin will be in trouble for 8 lifetimes. No, I change my mind. Girls like you are better used to harm scumbag men. A scumbag girl and a scumbag man are a perfect match. When they get married in the future, they will hurt each other. Tang Yunren frowned and looked at Mei Xin. You misunderstood. Zhang Che and I don't have that kind of relationship. Don't deny it. I'm not blind. I can see that you two have that kind of relationship. Mei Xin said firmly. Tang Yunren, I came here to remind you because we are both women. Zhang Che is lying to you. Zhang Che was lying to her. What was he lying to her about? I don't understand you. Did Zhang Che tell you that he has a house in Chushui community? I knew it. Did he also tell you that he owns a BMW? He does. She also sat on it. It's all a lie to you. Mei Xin said, raising her voice. Let me tell you, in the KTV 2 days ago, Zhang Che confessed to me. He said that the person he actually likes is me. He also said that he has 3 houses in Chushui community, a BMW car, and bought one in Zhejiangkang. A villa, is that what he told you too? Tang Yunren knew that Zhang Che's family bought a house in Chushui community and a BMW car, but she didn't know that he had 2 other houses in Chushui community. There is also Zijin City. She was very familiar with Zijin City. She had a classmate who lived there in her previous life. At a class reunion, her classmate kept showing off to her, saying that a villa cost tens of millions, which was extremely expensive. But her husband was rich and she liked it, so he bought it for her. When this classmate said this, he kept staring at her. It was obvious that he wanted to show off to her. She ignored her and acted like she didn't hear anything. As a result, this classmate got even more aggressive and started talking by name. Said that she, the school beauty, had a miserable life, and in their circle, she was the worst married woman. That's when she got angry. Say she can, but definitely not Zhang Che. What's more, Zhang Che also came that time. She didn't allow anyone to insult Zhang Che. She felt that Zhang Che was already very powerful, having started from scratch without any external help. She had been silently paying attention to how much effort Zhang Che had put in at that time. What a coincidence that it is Zijin City. This shouldn't be true, right? She knew that Zhang Che had been speculating in stocks recently, and she also knew that Zhang Che had a certain amount of talent and luck in speculating in stocks, but after all, this was Zijin City, and stock speculating also required capital. Zhang Che only won a first prize. As a student, he shouldn't invest all his money in the stock market. Also, the cheap houses in Zijin City cost several million, and it was impossible for Zhang Che to afford them. According to her guess, Zhang Che probably said this deliberately to set a trap for Mei Xin. Seeing Tang Yunren lowering her eyebrows in deep thought, Mei Xin thought she believed her words, so she continued talking. Did he still say that when you get married in the future, he will give you the villa in Zaijiangkang? Without waiting for Tang Yunren to answer, Mei Xin continued talking to herself. Tang Yunren, let me tell you, I have met too many men, and someone like Zhang Che is definitely not worthy of being entrusted with him for life. You are the campus beauty of Zhongcheng University, and there are many rich men chasing you. Don't be fooled by Zhang Che. A despicable and shameless villain like Che was deceived. Mei Xin felt that Tang Yunren would definitely break up with Zhang Che since she said it so straightforwardly. Thinking of the scene of Zhang Che being dumped, Mei Xin suddenly felt particularly panicked. She couldn't wait to see that scene. It must be quite a relief. Mei Xin thought so, but the direction of things was completely different from what she imagined. Tang Yunren's face turned completely cold. Zhang Che is despicable. You. What did you say? Mei Xin did not expect Tang Yunren to say such words suddenly. What did I say? You don't know what I said, right? What do you think of your boyfriend? As a tool for spending money. Sell your soul and body and deceive those who are sincere to you. You deceive them, they go around all over the place and spend money for you, but you don't feel guilty at all, but instead feel proud of it. Who is so shameless? Tang Yunren's every word is pearly and every sentence is sonorous. Beautifully said. Zhang Che praised Tang Yunren in his heart. She was indeed his girl, but she could not be compared to trash like Mei Xin. Mei Xin's eyes were as wide as bells, and her mouth opened and closed in anger. You have the guts to say it again. What? Are you angry? You dare to do it, but I can't say it. Originally, she was too lazy to care about this kind of thing. But this matter involved Zhang Che, and she couldn't tolerate it. You're talking nonsense. When did I do that? Mei Xin's face was livid with anger. God is watching what you do, but I don't believe it. For a person like you, can God really let you go and live happily until you grow old? Although she did not wait for Mei Xin's fate in her previous life, she firmly believed in the cycle of nature and karma. Social scum and scum like Mei Xin will be punished one day. You fool. Mei Xin was so angry that she pushed Tang Yunren directly. Tang Yunren didn't expect Mei Xin to make a sudden move, and was pushed off guard and staggered backwards. Just when she was about to fall to the ground, a hand suddenly stretched out, passed through her waist, and hugged her firmly. Tang Yunren looked back, and when she saw it was Zhang Che, her pupils suddenly dilated. He now always appears to help her in critical moments. Love experience value plus 263. Are you okay? It's okay. Tang Yunren shook her head. Zhang Che withdrew his scanning eyes from Tang Yunren, and the next second he looked at Mei Xin with extremely sharp eyes, like an arrow being fired, with an overwhelming momentum. Facing Zhang Che's terrifying look, Mei Xin took 2 steps back reflexively. What do you want to do? Do you still want to hit a woman? If you dare to hit me, you are not a man. Why do you mean it's not a man if you say it's not? Are you the one who defines men and women? The one who hits you is not a man. Zhang Che's words made Mei Xin unable to hold back a single word for a long time. You just can't hit me anyway. If you hit me, you're not a man. Zhang Che pressed forward step by step towards Mei Xin. A man who beats a woman is indeed not a man enough, but the one I beat was not a woman, he was a scumbag. Want to beat her and insult her as a scumbag? Mei Xin was so angry that she blushed, but as a small person like herself compared to Zhang Che's height of 1.8 meters, she didn't dare to express her anger even if she was angry. You, don't come over. Mei Xin said while stepping back. Zhang Che raised his hand, ready to slap this scumbag to vent his anger on Tang Yunren. At this time, Tang Yunren came over. Forget it. Forget it. Of course, you are too kind. No, it's just that she's too dirty and hitting her will contaminate your hands. When Mei Xin heard Tang Yunren's last words, she was so angry that she almost spewed blood. Zhang Che nodded. You are right, she is indeed too dirty, and she has so many men. It would not be good if I touch her and get a disease. You are the one who is dirty. Your whole family is dirty. Mei Xin yelled. Tang Yunren was worried that Zhang Che would be aroused by Mei Xin's words, so she continued, let's ignore the barking dogs and find a place to have some afternoon tea. Okay, I'll listen to you. This was the first time Zhang Che saw Tang Yunren looking so angry that she wouldn't pay for her life. He didn't expect that she had such a cute side. Quite sinister, but also quite cute. As for Mei Xin, he had just blessed her with a crow's mouth. But this is not enough. I wish you bad luck and bad things from now on. Mei Xin looked at the two people leaving and stamped her feet angrily. Hurry up and call your boyfriend and ask him to teach him a lesson. Mei Xin's friend suggested. You're right, Mei Xin has as many as 3 digits of spares in her mobile phone, and they are available to people of all statuses and professions. One of them is the gangster leader. As soon as she took out her phone, her friend suddenly pulled her aside. What? Look, is that your boyfriend, Zhang Fei? Mei Xin looked in the direction her friend pointed and saw the couple walking together across the road. That man seems to be her backup boyfriend Zhang Fei. How is that possible? He clearly said that he only cares about me. How could he be with other girls? They should be just ordinary friends. Mei Xin comforted herself in her heart. As soon as she finished speaking, she saw the man and woman on the other side of the road stopped, hugged each other and kissed each other. This exciting scene made Mei Xin's eyes wide open, and she jumped out angrily. Xingxin, why are you here? Zhang Fei didn't expect to bump into Mei Xin here. Who is she? Mei Xin pointed at the girl behind Zhang Fei and asked fiercely. Xingxin, please listen to my explanation. She and I are just ordinary friends. Ordinary friends? Ordinary friends hugging each other and kissing. Do you think I'm stupid? And you, a shameless woman. You seduced someone else's boyfriend. Are you shameless? Then I'll tear off your clothes, making you completely shameless. Mei Xin threw herself at the girl behind Zhang Fei, knocking her down all at once. Stop, Xingxin, let go. Zhang Fei pulled Mei Xin's clothes hard, and Mei Xin roared and shouted like crazy, tearing at the girl underneath him. Mei Xin, Zhang Fei yelled. Mei Xin seemed not to have heard anything and continued to tear apart the girl beneath her like a crazy woman. Zhang Fei was furious, and the gangster got angry. He roughly grabbed Mei Xin's hair, uprooted her like a carrot, and then kicked her out. Shang, are you okay? Zhang Fei took off his clothes and wrapped them around the girl. She is so scary, like a tiger, she wants to eat people, so scary. The girl was so frightened that she crawled into Zhang Fei's arms. Mei Xin, who was kicked for a long time and couldn't get up, saw this scene and her face was so angry that it changed back and forth between red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple like a marquee. Zhang Fei, you must give me an explanation today. Okay, let me give you an explanation. I love Shang. From now on, I will break up with you. What? Mei Xin was stunned. Even to death, she never expected that Zhang Fei would say such a thing. She has always controlled men in the palm of her hand, but she was dumped by Li Hao just 2 days ago, and now she is dumped by Zhang Fei. Why is she so unlucky? In the end, Mei Xin watched helplessly as Zhang Fei left with the girl named Shang. After Mei Xin stamped her feet several times, she found something foreign under her feet. Look down. It's a dog. Ah. She was so angry. It's not a good day to go out today. So unlucky. Tang Yunren opened the car door and got into the passenger seat. She turned to look at Zhang Che. Are you not angry? Why should I be so angry? Zhang Che started the car and drove, playing Tang Yunren's favorite song, Qian. I thought you would be angry when Mei Xin said that to you just now. I have nothing to do. Isn't it a waste of expression to get angry with that scumbag? Are you really not angry? Not only am I not angry, I am also very happy. Zhang Che said with the corner of his mouth raised. Ah, Tang Yunren had a puzzled expression on her face, not understanding what Zhang Che meant. Because you spoke for me, I'm happy. Hearing what Zhang Che said, Tang Yunren lowered her head slightly to cover up the smile on her face. Zhang Che quietly turned his head and glanced at Tang Yunren. Seeing her secretly happy look, he couldn't help the happy smile on his face. For a moment, the car was filled with a simple and ordinary atmosphere of happiness. We're here, Zhang Che said. Tang Yunren looked up, doubts in her eyes. Isn't this Zijin City? What are you doing here? Zhang Che took out the key and handed it to Tang Yunren. This is key. Of course I know this is the key. Tang Yunren complained speechlessly. You will know soon, Zhang Che said, pretending to be mysterious. Tang Yunren looked at Zhang Che with suspicious eyes, and the next second she saw Zhang Che's car driving into Zijin City without any obstruction. Got in. Tang Yunren stared blankly with her eyes wide open. She knew about Zijin City. In this extremely high-end community, outside vehicles were not allowed to enter. Although Zhang Che's car is a BMW and very expensive, for people who can live in Zijin City, it is still a piece of shit. So it's impossible that just because Zhang Che drives a BMW, he can just enter. Sudden, Tang Yunren thought of something. In the dispute with Mei Xin just now, Mei Xin mentioned that Zhang Che had a villa in Zijin City. Could it be? Just when Tang Yunren was thinking this, the car stopped in front of a luxurious villa. We're here. Zhang Che turned to look at Tang Yunren and said, then opened the door and went down. Tang Yunren followed Zhang Che down with the key, confused and shocked, and came to the carved wrought iron gate. Open the door. Zhang Che looked at the key in Tang Yunren's hand and said. Open the door. Use this lock. Are you sure it can be opened? Tang Yunren took the key and opened the door with hesitation. Insert it. One twist. Click. A sound. Opened. Tang Yunren blinked and stared blankly, seemingly unable to react for a moment. Go in. Zhang Che opened the door. Oh. Tang Yunren followed Zhang Che in dully. The yard was empty, with only a few simple green bonsai plants. The house has just been bought, and no one has lived in it yet. It's a bit lonely. It will be fine when we move in later, Zhang Che said, opening the door of the villa and walking in. Just bought it. Here, you bought this villa. Tang Yunren looked at Zhang Che with a shocked face, her eyes filled with disbelief. Yes, didn't I tell you some time ago that I made a lot of money from stock trading? Zhang Che said that, but he was thinking in his heart that he was able to afford this villa thanks to you for providing so many experience points. By the way, do you like this decoration style? Zhang Che is still confident in the current decoration style, and is confident that Tang Yunren will like this kind of decoration. Because Tang Yunren also handled the house decoration in her previous life. After Tang Yunren recovered from the shock, her eyes looked around the villa, and her eyes became brighter and brighter as she looked. I really like this style. In her previous life, after she married Zhang Che, she was the one who took care of the decoration of the wedding room. At that time, she was still worried about whether Zhang Che would like it. This was something she had always wanted to ask but never asked. Unexpectedly, Zhang Che also liked this style. She also likes the color and style of this furniture and sofa. Sit down and see if it's soft. Okay. Tang Yunren sat down and sank in slightly. Very comfortable. Zhang Che came and sat down opposite Tang Yunren. He felt that the empty house suddenly became popular with a male and female owner. Lovely. How much money did you make from stock trading? Tang Yunren couldn't help but asked curiously. Only my girlfriend can know. Don't say pull me down. Tang Yunren curled her lips. The next second I suddenly felt discomfort in my lower abdomen. Before she could react, the flood burst the embankment and released. Zhang Che noticed something was wrong with Tang Yunren's situation and asked in confusion, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" Tang Yunren's face turned red and her thighs were pressed tightly together. He hesitated for a long time, not knowing how to speak. Zhang Che got up from the sofa and walked towards Tang Yunren. Don't come over, Tang Yunren shouted nervously. With a strong effort, another wave of water was released. Feeling the coolness on her skirt, Tang Yunren's face turned red, and now she just wanted to find a mouse hole to crawl into. What a shame. What's the smell? Zhang Che moved his nose and sniffed, then followed the smell and looked towards Tang Yunren's thighs. Finally, I saw the blood stains on Tang Yunren's skirt. After all, he was someone who had lived past the age of 30. Combined with Tang Yunren's current reaction, he could immediately guess what the situation was like now. Is your aunt here? In today's society, women know the term aunt, and so do men. As soon as Zhang Che said these words, Tang Yunren immediately lowered her head. Her neck was so red that it was so red that she really wanted to find a crack in the ground and crawl into it. Did you bring that? Tang Yunren shook her head. I'll buy it for you. What? Buy it for her? Zhang Che wants to buy her an anti-towel. Tang Yunren suddenly raised her head and looked at Zhang Che, her eyes full of surprise. Zhang Che picked up the car keys from the table. There is a convenience store near the door. Just wait, I will be back soon. Well, no need, I'll go by myself. Tang Yunren stood up embarrassedly. Zhang Che looked under Tang Yunren. Don't look. Are you sure you can go as you are now? Tang Yunren lowered her head and glanced at her lower body. It was too embarrassing and she definitely couldn't go. After Zhang Che drove to the convenience store, he felt a headache looking at the various brands of sanitary napkins on the shelves. There are all kinds of things. He compared. There were ones for day use, ones for night use, 230 mm, 280 mm, 350 mm, 420 mm, ultra-thin water-locking ones, and leak-proof ones with large wings. How to buy. The female clerk had noticed Zhang Che a long time ago, originally because of Zhang Che's handsome face, but now because of Zhang Che's behavior. Hello, are you buying this for your girlfriend? Yeah, Zhang Che nodded. I don't know what kind of choice is suitable. Can you give me some reference? Sure, you're welcome, that's right. The female shop assistant looked at Zhang Che's handsome and caring look, and was particularly envious of his girlfriend. She thought that if she found a boyfriend in the future, she would marry him as long as he was willing to help her buy sanitary napkins, not just handsome and wealthy. Does your girlfriend eat a lot on weekdays? The female clerk's question stunned Zhang Che. He really didn't know whether Tang Yunren's aunt had a lot of food. There should be more. Zhang Che felt a lot when he thought about Tang Yunren's wet skirt just now. Then you can consider this Sophie's. It is elastic and close-fitting to prevent side leakage. It is also very thin and has a very soft cotton feel. It is just suitable for summer use. The female salesperson recommended. Okay, I'll take this. Zhang Che took a pack. I suggest you get a few more packs. This pack only has 20 tablets and will be gone in 3 or 4 days. Good. Paired with this nighttime one, the length of 420 mm makes it comfortable to sleep on. The female salesperson recommended another one. Finally, Zhang Che carried a large bag of sanitary napkins. By the way, does your girlfriend have menstrual cramps? Zhang Che thought for a while. When he went out just now, he saw Tang Yunren holding her stomach and her face turned pale, which was not very good looking. Maybe a little. Then you should bring some warm palace treasures. This is very useful. Every time I put one on the pain, it will relieve a lot. Let me tell you, it is the most heartwarming thing for my girlfriend to give this to my aunt. Then give me a little more. Finally Zhang Che left with 2 big bags. The female clerk kept looking at Zhang Che's back and couldn't help but sigh, I wish this was my boyfriend. Zhang Che returned to the villa carrying 2 large bags. Tang Yunren was dumbfounded. Why did you buy so many? Use it slowly for you. Use it slowly. It won't last half a year. Hearing what Tang Yunren said, Zhang Che wanted to say, he has contracted all the sanitary napkins for you in this life. I also bought you Nguyen Gongbao. The clerk said that sticking it on your stomach will relieve the pain. Zhang Che took out a package of warm palace treasures from his handbag and handed it to Tang Yunren. Thanks. Tang Yunren took the Nguyen Gongbao from Zhang Che's hand, and a warm current suddenly surged into her heart, and she was indescribably moved. She was so moved that her eyes couldn't help but moisten. If she hadn't forced it back, tears would have fallen. Love experience value plus 897. Zhang Che looked at Tang Yunren and couldn't help but feel guilty when he saw Tang Yunren's moved expression. If he hadn't treated Tang Yunren like that in his previous life, she wouldn't be so moved by this little thing now. Hurry up and change it, it's all bleeding on your shoes right away. After hearing this, Tang Yunren's emotions were replaced by embarrassment and shyness, and she ran to the bathroom as if running away. Plop plop. Tang Yunren covered her heart, feeling that if she didn't cover it or press it, her heart would jump out of her throat in the next second. Love experience value plus 999. After a while, he gradually calmed down. I tore open the bag of Nguyen Gongbao and was about to stick it on when I heard a knock on the door, followed by Zhang Che's voice. I forgot to tell you, don't stick this warm palace treasure directly on the skin, stick it through the fabric, otherwise you will get burned. Okay, all right. In fact, Tang Yunren knew it, but knowing it was different from the feeling of being reminded by others. Just like you understand that it's cold when you go out, bring more clothes. If a family member reminds you, that kind of care is very warm. Zhang Che brought her such warmth at this time. Love experience value plus 755. After Tang Yunren changed, she was about to go out when she suddenly thought that her clothes were all stained and it seemed not good to go out like this. Okay, Zhang Che asked outside the door. All right. Tang Yunren did not go out. My clothes. After hearing this, Zhang Che remembered this and took off his t-shirt. Wrap my clothes around your waist so it's not easy to see. Then what are you wearing? Tang Yunren thought to herself that Zhang Che wouldn't want to be naked from the waist up, right? When she thought of Zhang Che's muscles, Tang Yunren couldn't stop her blushing and her heartbeat. Love experience value plus 452. Love experience value plus 485. I have a vest underneath. Didn't you never wear a vest before? Tang Yunren remembered that Zhang Che had no habit of wearing vests, no matter in his previous life or in this life. I've become stronger recently, my metabolism is good, and I can easily sweat and consume energy. As soon as Tang Yunren came out of the bathroom, she saw Zhang Che and Zhang Che gesticulating his muscles. She didn't know if it was her illusion, but she felt like Zhang Che was stronger than before. Zhang Che saw Tang Yunren staring at him, so he stretched out his hand in front of Tang Yunren. Isn't it very thick? Tang Yunren looked at the man's arms, which were several times thicker than her legs. His figure was so different from his previous life. Zhang Che in his previous life couldn't be said to be very weak, he could only be said to be at the level of an average man. Maybe a little weaker. My muscles are not just those that can be trained in ordinary gyms. My muscles are very hard. Do you want to pinch them and see how hard they are? Tang Yunren stared at Zhang Che's smooth and even muscles, feeling like a sketch of a character drawn by her pen. Perfect is too unreal. Come on, try it, don't be shy. Zhang Che handed his arm to Tang Yunren again. Zhang Che invited him so kindly, and Tang Yunren thought it would be a bad idea to refuse him any longer. So, Tang Yunren stretched out her hand, and with her movements, her breathing began to become disordered, and her heartbeat began to beat uncontrollably. Love experience value plus 288. Love experience value plus 247. First, his fingers touched Zhang Che's arm. It felt like touching a stone. I pinched it with my hands. Really hard. Tang Yunren was curious more than once, how did Zhang Che practice? Hold my arm with both hands. Zhang Che said. What? Don't ask first, just hold me. Oh, Tang Yunren grabbed Zhang Che's arm with both hands. The next second, Zhang Che raised his arm with all his strength. Tang Yunren's feet left the ground, and after hanging in the air, her center of gravity was unstable and she fell backwards. Then she leaned forward out of reflex, almost lying on Zhang Che's thick arms. Zhang Che's eyes suddenly lit up, and his arm felt like he'd been electrocuted. He originally just wanted to show off his male power to Tang Yunren, just like a male peacock opening his tail to attract the attention of a female peacock. Unexpectedly, there was an unexpected harvest. Zhang Che looked at Tang Yunren's oversized and squeezing clothes that were completely pressed against his arm and deformed and wrinkled. Feeling the touch of cotton on his arm, Zhang Che couldn't help but swallow. Hurry up, put me down quickly. Tang Yunren was afraid of falling, so she hugged Zhang Che's arm tightly and did not dare to move. Oh, Zhang Che deliberately slowed down his movements and put Tang Yunren down. If it weren't for the fact that Tang Yunren was here and his aunt had a stomachache, he could have kept holding it. After Tang Yunren landed on her feet, she first calmed herself down, and then started to pull up the wrinkled clothes on her body. Looking at the deformed position, Tang Yunren realized that she was afraid of falling just now, so she hung her whole body on Zhang Che's arm. And that position is just right. Shua, his face turned red to the point of bleeding. Love experience value plus 413. Love experience value plus 504. Love experience value plus 555. The system beeps won't stop at all. I wonder if Zhang Che paid attention just now. I think should not be. She was probably the only one who noticed. After Tang Yunren hesitated and struggled for a few seconds, she quietly raised her head and looked towards Zhang Che. Then she saw Zhang Che staring at the folds in front of her. He is actually watching. Tang Yunren was ashamed and angry, turned around quickly and continued to straighten her clothes. Love experience value plus 785. This kind of embarrassing thing would be embarrassing to anyone who mentioned it, so she wouldn't mention it first. Shall I take you back first? Although Zhang Che really wanted to keep Tang Yunren for a while, he just checked online specifically and the girl needed more rest at this time. After Zhang Che sent Tang Yunren back, he sent her a message asking her to drink more hot water. As soon as Tang Yunren lay down on the bed, she received a concerned message from Zhang Che. She was so happy that she rolled back and forth on the bed holding the quilt, and almost rolled to the ground. Happy asterisk caret caret asterisk. Greater than less than, hash caret. Caret hash. Love experience value plus 572. Love experience value plus 418. Love experience value plus 485. Listening to the system prompts one after another, Zhang Che smiled and shook his head. This silly girl doesn't have a good rest and is still here busy providing me with experience points. Originally, Zhang Che planned to send Tang Yunren a head-touching emoticon, but now it seemed that he had better not send it in case she was too excited. As soon as Zhang Che drove back to the downstairs of the community, he saw Zhang Yuan walking with a boy. After seeing this, Zhang Che's expression immediately became tense, and his sharp gaze shot straight towards the boy. His cold eyes were like a scanner, scanning up and down the boy's body. He has short hair, thick eyebrows and big eyes. He is estimated to be about 175 centimeters tall and has a medium build. He looks very sunny. He chats and laughs with Zhang Yuan and looks harmonious. While Zhang Che was staring at him, the boy opened a bottle of iced black tea and handed it to Zhang Yuan. Thanks. You're welcome. The boy laughed naively and raised his hand to scratch the back of his head in embarrassment. Seeing this, Zhang Che drove the car over, opened the door, and glanced at the boy with an extremely unfriendly look. Zhuang Ming was looked at like this by Zhang Che, which seemed to make him feel the pressure of facing his father-in-law in advance. Do you know each other? Zhuang Ming looked at Zhang Yuan and asked. Brother, why are you back? What you said means that I can't come back to my home. Do you think he is in the way? Didn't you say that you had something to do and would come back later? Fortunately, I came back early. When Zhang Che said this, his eyes fell on Zhuang Ming. At this moment, Zhang Che's hatred for his three uncles in his previous life was completely gone. Because now he has experienced the feeling of being a brother who is reluctant to let his sister jump into the wolf pit. What are you talking about? He is my classmate. I am not going to the hospital for treatment or school today. He helped me bring today's homework. As smart as Zhang Yuan, why couldn't she hear the hidden meaning of Zhang Che's words? Oh, just classmates. After Zhang Che finished speaking, he turned to look at Zhuang Ming and gave him a warning but polite smile. Classmate, thank you for your hard work. Is your home far away? Do you want me to drive you back? Seeing the smile on Zhang Che's face, Zhuang Ming suddenly felt a chill. The man's eighth sense told him that if he got in the car today, he shouldn't even think about getting off. No, 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 my home is nearby. I'll be home in a few minutes. It's nearby. Which community? Zhang Che smiled very friendly. Zhuang Ming swallowed dryly and felt uncomfortable looking at the smile on Zhang Che's face. I really don't need you to send me off. I'm leaving first. Goodbye. Before he finished speaking, Zhuang Mingren had already run away. Seeing Zhuang Ming running away in a panic, Zhang Yuan rolled his eyes at Zhang Che speechlessly. Do you think you scare people? Where did you start talking about this? My face is so handsome, why can I be scary? Zhang Che's face is as innocent as possible. Seeing Zhang Che like this, Zhang Yuan rolled his eyes and didn't even bother to roll his eyes. I'm too lazy to care about you. If you don't care, I should. What I told you a few days ago was not a joke. You can't get married casually, otherwise there will be a green light disaster. The disaster of green light is something you can imagine. Zhang Yuan raised his head and gave Zhang Che a look that was as speechless as possible, letting him experience it for himself. I believe you, you are such a bad old man. Why am I broken? You're cheating on me. When have I ever tricked you? I'm obviously so good to you. Yes, you are so good that you buried my favorite doll in the ground when I was a child. I think you have too few dolls. If you sow melons, you will get beans. If I plant your dolls in the ground, won't they just be dolls in the same field next year? I love you too. I roll. Then I even cut my hair. I managed to grow it so long. How could you do it? You can't accuse me unjustly. Your hair was stuck with chewing gum and couldn't be removed, so I cut it for you. You didn't thank me and you blamed me. Who the hell is so shameless as to put chewing gum in my hair? Zhang Che shook his head speechlessly. Not me. Shameless. Zhang Yuan yelled at Zhang Che angrily. Also, ever since I was little, I have kept a notebook to record the money you borrowed from me. The total is 1,689.32. What the hell is 2 points? Interest. Zhang Che. Pay back the money. Zhang Yuan reached out to Zhang Che. Zhang Che took out his mobile phone and operated it a few times. Crash, la la, the sound of gold coins clanking sounded. This was the sound of money deposited via WeChat set up by Zhang Yuan. Zhang Yuan glanced at Zhang Che suspiciously and clicked on his phone. Suddenly his eyes were about to fall out. 3,000 yuan. Call me brother. Elder brother. Be good, my good sister. Zhang Che stroked Zhang Yuan's head like a puppy. Zhang Yuan felt a little unhappy, but for the sake of 3,000 yuan, she could endure it for the time being. Zhang Yuan is a little money addict, and Zhang Che knows this, so this is the most effective way to deal with her. I see your cell phone is 3 or 4 years old. Let me buy you a new one. When Zhang Yuan heard this, he immediately looked at Zhang Che with his big, round, dark eyes. At this moment, Zhang Yuan, if you put a tail behind her, she would be able to wag it. After dinner in the evening, Zhang Che took Zhang Yuan to buy a mobile phone. Zhang Yuan came to the counter and immediately took a fancy to the 4,999 model, which was the most popular model of this brand last year. Zhang Che picked up the phone and looked at it fondly. Do you like this? Zhang Che asked. Zhang Yuan shook his head. It's not my cup of tea. When I put it down, I kept looking at it secretly. I looked at my mobile phone, which was a contract phone and was given with phone credit. $1,000. The 1,000 yuan machine has been used for 3 or 4 years, so it can be imagined that it is now an old person. The guide has been buying mobile phones for many years. It was obvious at a glance that Zhang Yuan didn't like it, but just couldn't afford it. The shopping guide took the mobile phone at hand and handed it to Zhang Yuan. Do you like this phone? There is a promotion right now. The original price is 1,559. If you buy it now, you will get an instant discount of 300. It only costs 1,299. It looks sweet and the memory is not low. It is just enough for a student like you. After Zhang Yuan took the phone, he stroked it a few times and pursed his lips. How can I put it? It's better than her disobedient broken mobile phone, which only becomes obedient after she smashes it. However, after experiencing her favorite mobile phone just now, and then experiencing a mobile phone that cost more than 3,000 yuan, the sense of gap was too real, and her mood instantly dropped. Although she really liked the phone just now, the price was too high. She was only a high school student and didn't make any money. Moreover, during this period, her family spent a lot of money on treating her legs. Then I want this. This is too cheap. 1,000 yuan phone can't be used. It started to jam after half a year. The experience is too bad. Zhang Che said and took the phone away from Zhang Yuan's hand. In the eyes of the shopping guide, Zhang Che's behavior made him think that Zhang Che couldn't even afford a 1,299 yuan mobile phone. Really, if you can't afford it, don't pretend to be a bigot and buy a mobile phone for a girl. The shopping guide complained in his mind as he picked up an 899 mobile phone. No matter how small a mosquito is, it is still a piece of meat. If you can sell one, you can sell one. Look at this. How about this? This seems to be the latest model this year. It is from the same series as the one you just saw, but that one is last year's model. For electronic products, buy new ones rather than old ones. Last year's models are all obsolete. Let's buy this one. Zhang Che picked up the most conspicuous mobile phone on the counter and came over. The entire Lightbox promotional poster at this counter is of this type, and it looks very high-end. Brother, this is 8,999. Zhang Yuan shouted emphatically. The shopping guide leaned against the counter. She just looked at you and said nothing, quietly watching you pretending to be. She has been buying mobile phones for so many years, and she is used to seeing people like Zhang Che who can't afford it. There are always rich people and poor people in this world. Just say it's too expensive and be honest. Just like herself, she is not just an ordinary working family. She was sure that Zhang Che would be picky about this 8,999 phone later, and in the end he would buy the cheapest phone. Just when the shopping guide was thinking this, Zhang Che came over with his cell phone and handed it to her. Just this one. What? The shopping guide was stunned. I want this. I saw an announcement on the sign that Bluetooth headsets will be given away. Help me get a pair. Really buy. The shopping guide was stunned. Did she see the wrong thing? After paying the money, Zhang Che gave the phone to Zhang Yuan. Zhang Yuan looked at Zhang Che with a moved expression. No, don't look at me like that. I'm not used to it. If you cry, we'll return it immediately. Zhang Yuan was originally very moved, but when Zhang Che said this, he rolled his eyes speechlessly. What a beautiful idea. You have already bought it for me, this is mine. This eye roll is authentic. Only his good sister could dig it out. After Zhang Yuan returned to her room, she kept tossing and turning and couldn't sleep. She was thinking that although her brother was a cheat, he was really good to her during this period. His birthday was already over, so she could give him a double 11 gift. She thinks that the probability of her brother chasing that pretty girl is only 0.001. If he can't celebrate Valentine's Day, she can spend double 11 with him. What gift should I give him? After thinking about it, Zhang Yuan decided to knit a towel for Zhang Che. It's a pity that she can't knit. No matter, buy it first and then talk about it. Zhang Yuan clicked on Taobao to buy wool. In the blink of an eye, a week has passed, and the final exam is coming, and the leisurely days of college have instantly turned into hell. Zhang Che remembered that in his previous life, he failed his English class because he was addicted to games. I must study hard this time and try to pass the exam in one go without failing. Although many years have passed, he still clearly remembers the disappointment on his parents' faces after he failed the exam. Why not disappointed? They all came from the countryside, and he was the only one among his relatives who was admitted to Zhongcheng University. It was something that could have made his parents proud, but he failed the final exam. Shameful. When we get together during festivals, relatives often bring this matter up. He told his parents to take good care of him and not let him go when he got to college, otherwise he would end up worse than their pig-raising son. His parents were both honest people and would not quarrel with others, so they kept their heads down and laughed awkwardly. In this life, he will never let this happen again. Only, after so many years, he has long forgotten what he got in the English test at that time. Correct. He forgot that Tang Yunren was also reborn. Maybe she remembered. Even if she didn't remember, she was so good at English that she could help him with tutoring. Thinking of this, Zhang Che immediately sent a message to Tang Yunren. Please help me. After Tang Yunren saw the news, a puzzled expression appeared on her face. What's going on? I'd like to ask you to help me with my English. I'm afraid I'll fail the English exam. It turned out to be for this reason. Speaking of the Rebirth novel she had read before, there must be a golden finger after rebirth. After she was reborn, she found that she had no golden fingers. Later she discovered that she did have a golden finger, which was memory. As long as she thinks about what happened in her previous life, as long as she has experienced it, the picture will appear in her mind very clearly. Just like helping Jin Xiaoqiao focus last time. Logically speaking, more than 10 years have passed. How could she still remember the content of the exam more than 10 years ago? But she just remembered it. Zhang Che majored in business and she majored in art. Although they were not in the same department, the English papers were the same. She still remembers that Zhang Che in her previous life failed the exam at the end of this semester. As long as he is willing to learn from her, she guarantees that Zhang Che can pass the exam smoothly. Sure, thank you, Teacher Tang. Why did you call her teacher again? Isn't it embarrassing? Love experience value plus 421. As long as Teacher Tang helps me pass the exam smoothly, I am willing to drive you around for a day and do whatever you want. Who wants you to be a cow or a horse? Tang Yunren said to herself. Following an idea suddenly came to me. Are you really willing to be driven by me for a day? Of course, as a man, every spit is a nail. After Zhang Che sent this message, he added, I agreed in advance that I will not sell my body if I do my art. Tang Yunren. Eye roll expression. I'm serious, I want you to be a model for a day. Okay, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. I guarantee you'll be satisfied. Quote. This cannot be scrutinized, and anyone who scrutinizes it will overthink it. Didi, Zhang Che sent another message. Do you want a photo art painting? The kind of whole fruit. If you need it, I can contribute. Quote. You don't need to be mentally burdened, it's all for art. Tang Yunren rolled her eyes again. 3 more were sent in a row. I'm talking about seriously letting you be a model. Why can't what I say be serious? Anna after the bath, the creation of Adam, inside the prison, and other world-famous paintings, aren't they all Kwangwo art? Too lazy to tell you. Tang Yunren's face was a little red now. Because she was thinking that what Zhang Che said seemed to make sense. But she couldn't do it if she was really asked to draw Zhang Che's Kwangwo painting. Zhang Che's figure is really good. If it were really used as a material for a painting like that, it would definitely be a work of art. The more she thought about it, the more abnormal things became in Tang Yunren's mind. Love experience value plus 458. I hate it. It's all Zhang Che's fault, can't you just talk nicely? If it was about Kwangwo's artistic paintings, she couldn't help but think about it. Drop. Zhang Che, when are you free? Help me tutor me in English. I'm free. Zhang Che, then you come to my house. Seeing this message from Zhang Che, Tang Yunren suddenly became nervous. Isn't this bad? What's wrong? It's just not good anyway. Then I'll go to your house. Not even possible. I just can't see people. It's not that I won't let you come, but my eldest brother and second brother, I'm afraid they will misunderstand our relationship. Finally, the two made an appointment to meet at KFC. There is free internet here, and there is no charge for air conditioning. Just order 2 Cokes and you can drink them all the time. Zhang Che immediately started talking as soon as he saw Tang Yunren. Teacher Tang, my English this time depends entirely on you. Bring the book here. After Tang Yunren took over the English book, she began to draw key points in Zhang Che's book without thinking, and even marked 5-pointed stars in some places. What is this 5-pointed star for? Zhang Che asked curiously. This is an important scoring point. Tang Yunren replied while drawing. How do you know? Zhang Che asked deliberately. Hearing Zhang Che's question, Tang Yunren visibly paused while highlighting the key points. Zhang Che carefully observed Tang Yunren's micro-expression. The eyelashes on the cattail fan moved faster than usual, and the fingers holding the pen were visibly clenched. That came from the intuition of a top student. Tang Yunren hesitated for a long time before saying this. Oh, so that's it. Zhang Che did not continue to ask. Then you continue painting, and I'll write something else. Okay, what do you want to eat? New Orleans wings and a chocolate sundae. Good. Zhang Che spent the entire afternoon learning English from Tang Yunren. Learning a language is a boring thing, but it becomes less boring when you are with someone you like. 4 hours passed before I knew it, and it was almost time for dinner to end. Just like this, Zhang Che felt that he still had more to say and he could fight for many more rounds. It's over so soon. Listening to Zhang Che's slightly regretful words, Tang Yunren couldn't help but said, You've been studying all afternoon, aren't you tired? I have good endurance and strong staying power. Tang Yunren knew that what he was talking about was simply about learning English, but she couldn't help but think wrongly. Love experience value plus 396. Come back tomorrow. Zhang Che moved his head closer to Tang Yunren. He originally came to Tang Yunren just to improve his English, but after spending an afternoon alone, he found that it felt so good to be in a small world with just the two of them. Moreover, Tang Yunren also provided him with experience points from time to time. You can learn, gain experience, and enhance the relationship between the two. Simply kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Don't be too happy. Tomorrow. Tang Yunren became embarrassed. What do you want tomorrow? I promised third brother that I will go shopping with him to buy clothes tomorrow. That's okay, I'll send him a message now. Zhang Che took out his cell phone and edited a message for Tang Faizan to send. Before I could send it out after editing, I heard Tang Yunren's voice. And my second brother, the 3 of us made an appointment to go together. And the second uncle, this is a headache. Needless to say, who is the most important between him and his 2 brothers? It must be her 2 brothers. Hello, Tang Yunren was on the phone with Tang Phelan. Second brother, why don't you and third brother go shopping for clothes together tomorrow? I have something to do. It's the final exam is coming soon, and I'm a little worried about failing it, so I plan to review with Xiaoqiao. Sorry, okay, that's it for now. After hanging up the phone, Tang Yunren looked at Zhang Che, then come here again tomorrow. Then I will paint for you as a model for one more day. Again, as long as you say a word, I can pose in any way you want me to. Zhang Che smiled so hard that he almost couldn't close his mouth from ear to ear. It's better to be a wife. Meeting such a wife must be a blessing he has accumulated in his 18 lifetimes. He was blind in his previous life and his heart was blind. He must love her and love her well in this life. It's starting again, Tang Yunren said coquettishly, then packed up the pens and mobile phones on the table and put them in her bag. Gone. I'll take you back. This is the advantage of two people living close to each other. They can go back together justifiably. Therefore, the ancients do not deceive me. The first to get the moon is the one who is near the water and the tower. This is the principle. Time flew by so fast, and the final exam passed unknowingly amid the tension. As soon as Jin Xiaoqiao left the examination room, he hugged Tang Yunren excitedly. Of course, you were really amazing. The key points of what you told me are almost all about the content of this exam. You are also amazing. Let me tell you, I am very confident and sure that I will never fail the exam. Not only is it not even if you can fail the exam, you can still do very well. Hehe. I just got lucky and it's also the result of your own efforts. Thanks to you. Come on, I'll treat you to dinner. Tang Yunren stopped and turned to look at Jin Xiaoqiao, her eyes twinkling slightly. Xiaoqiao, I made an appointment with someone else to have dinner together. Someone else? Who? Before Tang Yunren could answer, Jin Xiaoqiao guessed it. Zhang Che. Tang Yunren nodded. Of course, I really don't understand. With so many people chasing you, why is it Zhang Che? Tang Yunren frowned and smiled. You asked, I still want to know. Tang Yunren's words left Jin Xiaoqiao speechless. It's over, but it really has to be Zhang Che. Just when Jin Xiaoqiao was getting bigger and bigger, Zhang Che came over. Let's go. Zhang Che looked at Tang Yunren and said. Yes. Tang Yunren followed Zhang Che. Jin Xiaoqiao looked at the two people walking further and further away, and chased after them. I'll go too. 10 minutes later. In the hotel. Jin Xiaoqiao and Tang Yunren sat together, and Zhang Che sat opposite Tang Yunren. Jin Xiaoqiao kept staring at Zhang Che, like a scanner, looking up and down Zhang Che. When Jin Xiaoqiao looked like this, Zhang Che could tell what she was thinking. Just like in his previous life, he felt that he was not worthy of Tang Yunren. In fact, it was exactly what Jin Xiaoqiao thought. In his previous life, he was indeed not worthy of Tang Yunren. The landlady brought the menu and asked, what do you want to eat? Our specialty is pickled fish. Do you want one? Zhang Che looked at Tang Yunren. Do you want to eat? I quite like it. There are tomato fish, pickled fish and golden soup, and rattan pepper fish. Which one do you want? Tang Yunren turned to look at Jin Xiaoqiao. Which flavor do you want to eat? I like to eat golden soup. What about you? Then come to Jintang. Tang Yunren was anxious and Zhang Che liked to eat golden soup flavor. We all have live fish that are ready to be killed. Would you like to pick out the fish? Said the proprietress. I'll pick. Zhang Che stood up. How could he bother a girl with such a thing? After Zhang Che left, Tang Yunren hurriedly talked to Jin Xiaoqiao. Zhang Che and I don't have that kind of relationship right now. Don't keep staring at him like a scanner. What? He hasn't confessed to you yet? Jin Xiaoqiao's eyes widened. You two have been together every day, and he hasn't confessed his love to you yet. This is so annoying. Jin Xiaoqiao became angrier as he spoke. Maybe he wasn't ready. What preparations are needed for this? He is not deliberately playing tricks on you. In fact, he doesn't care about you at all, right? No, he's not that kind of person. At first, Tang Yunren thought that Zhang Che might just treat her as a friend, but as they got along again and again, she gradually realized that Zhang Che was not generally kind to her. You still speak for him. Jin Xiaoqiao curled his lips. No, I can't let him go. I want to test him. What are you up to? Why are you so nervous? It's him I'm taking the exam for, not you. Xiaoqiao, don't act recklessly, Zhang Che. Before Tang Yunren finished speaking, Zhang Che had already returned. Jin Xiaoqiao handed the menu to Zhang Che. Would you like to order? So good. There must be something fishy. Zhang Che glanced at Jin Xiaoqiao suspiciously, and the man's eighth sense told him. The weasel paid New Year greetings to the rooster, which was not a good intention. Zhang Che stared at the menu in front of him, secretly analyzing Jin Xiaoqiao's intentions in his heart. Although it is difficult to guess the depth of a woman's heart, Jin Xiaoqiao's current behavior is not traceable at all. Jin Xiaoqiao has always protected Tang Yunren and regarded her as her best friend. The reason why she followed them was also for Tang Yunren. Asking him to order now must be for Tang Yunren's sake. Ah, he got it. Jin Xiaoqiao did this to test him. Does he understand Tang Yunren's taste? To see if he really likes Tang Yunren. If he really likes Tang Yunren, he must know what kind of food Tang Yunren likes to eat. On the contrary, if he knows nothing, then he is not worthy of liking Tang Yunren. In his previous life, he had been with Tang Yunren as a soul for so long, and he knew very well what kind of food Tang Yunren liked to eat. This is not a problem for her. Honey jujubes, sweet potato balls, pot roasted duck, vegetarian ham, hot and sour shredded potatoes, homemade tofu, prawns, crucian carp soup. Forget this, there is pickled fish. For cold dishes, cold yuba, enoki mushrooms. Drinks, just come bottle of orange juice. Zhang Che finished his report in one breath. Jin Xiaoqiao looked at Zhang Che with a surprised look on his face. He didn't expect that he would actually say it and say so in one breath. Normally, if a boy likes a girl, he will also remember her taste, but most of them will only be limited to a part of it, but Zhang Che actually said so much in one go. Hot dishes, cold dishes, soups, and drinks were all listed, which is very rare. Could it be that Zhang Che was not as bad as she thought? Don't make a conclusion so early, maybe he just memorized all of this. Still need to continue to observe. Can you finish all the food you ordered? Tang Yunren asked, feeling moved in her heart. You are too thin, you need to eat more. Tang Yunren was very happy to hear Zhang Che's words. Love experience value plus 485. Wherever I lost weight, I was still as fat as 100 pounds. You're not fat, you just have more fat where you should grow than others. How annoying. Love experience value plus 398. Really, can't you be more serious? You have to stare at places you shouldn't look at. Astringent. Love experience value plus 421. Jin Xiaoqiao's eyes shifted back and forth between Zhang Che and Tang Yunren. The two of them were flirting with each other, their eyes flirting with each other, sparkling with lightning. She felt quite redundant. When the food was served next, Jin Xiaoqiao felt even more that he was too redundant. This fish fillet is good, you can try it. Zhang Che fished out a piece of fish meat for Tang Yunren. Thank you, don't patronize me, you can eat it yourself. I've been eating just now. Why didn't you order something you like? Because you didn't give me any. Please bring me some tomorrow. Okay. Zhang Che and Tang Yunren ate this meal as if no one else was watching. Jin Xiaoqiao is just a bystander. After the meal, the three of them walked on the street to eat. There's an ice cream shop there. Jin Xiaoqiao pointed. Zhang Che just took a look. It's true, I like the ice cream there very much, the cream is very authentic. Zhang Che took action immediately. I'll go and buy. Jin Xiaoqiao looked at Zhang Che, who was so different before and after, and he complained wildly in his heart. While walking and watching, I accidentally bumped into someone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. As an apology enough, can't you walk without eyes? A rough voice sounded above the head. Jin Xiaoqiao looked up and was so frightened that he took several steps back. The other party was tall and tall, with a strong back and thick waist, and dyed purple hair. A copper chain as thick as a thumb hung around his neck, and he was wearing a floral shirt and big pants. His exposed thick arms were decorated with colorful tattoos, and his legs and chest were as hairy as a gorilla. He looks vicious and very difficult to provoke. Behind the strong man were two men who looked like younger brothers. The posture of the three of them showed that they were not serious people at first glance. Tang Yunren was so frightened that she was about to cry when she saw Jin Xiaoqiao, and quickly put her arm on Jin Xiaoqiao's arm. I'm sorry. I apologize to you on behalf of my friend. She really didn't mean it. When the strong man saw Tang Yun, his eyes clearly revealed a lewd look. If an apology can solve the problem, why do we need the police? He hurt me and I need to go to the hospital for a checkup. Get the money. Did it hurt him? In front of your high-rise building, Jin Xiaoqiao is like a enoki mushroom, and she even hurts you. Who are you kidding? Chapter 71. But what can you do if something like this happens? You can't be tough with these gangsters, let alone being tough. Even if you were lucky and just won, you are still worried about the revenge of these people afterwards, and it will be terrible if they find your family. Look, how much compensation do you need? Tang Yunren asked. The strong man stretched out 5 fingers. 500. She still had this. What 500? 50,000. What? 50,000. This is obviously blackmail. Jin Xiaoqiao shouted in fear. Blackmail. Do you dare to say that I'm blackmailing? The strong man raised his big fist with the intention of hitting someone. Jin Xiaoqiao was so frightened that he stepped back. Tang Yunren was also shocked, but after all, a person who lived to be in his 30s was still a little calmer than Jin Xiaoqiao when things happened. But only a little. After all, she is just an ordinary girl who doesn't know how to box or kick. Faced with such a situation, she would be lying if she said she wasn't afraid, so now she just pretends to be calm and stands in front of Jin Xiaoqiao. Well, we are really just ordinary college students. We really don't have 50,000 yuan. Do you think we can pool together 1,000 yuan? What? I want 50,000 from you, and you give me 1,000. Who are you looking down on? But we really don't. The strong man's wretched eyes wandered back and forth on Tang Yunren's body. I see that you are indeed college students, so I won't embarrass you. Hearing this, Tang Yunren and Jin Xiaoqiao both breathed a sigh of relief. As long as you drink with us brothers all night, I won't ask for a penny from you. The strong man rubbed his hands and looked at Tang Yunren with a smile. Tang Yunren was so shocked that her beauty turned pale, and her face looked obviously ugly. Of course, run, Jin Xiaoqiao shouted. Tang Yunren reacted, turned and ran away with Jin Xiaoqiao. As a result, before he could even take a few steps, a strong man grabbed his arm. Hiss, Tang Yunren groaned in pain. Of course, Jin Xiaoqiao looked back. When he saw that Tang Yunren had been caught, he gritted his teeth and fell back. Hurry up, let her go. Otherwise, I will call the police. Jin Xiaoqiao stammered as he spoke, and his legs became weak. Even so, no one escaped. Okay, I can let her go, but she has to drink with us first. The strong man held Tang Yunren's hand and refused to let go. Tang Yunren felt like her wrist was about to be pinched off. It hurts. What to do? What should she do to get out of the current crisis? His wrists were tightly clamped, and it was extremely difficult to break free. If you call the police, I'm afraid Jin Xiaoqiao will be stopped by the strong man before he even takes out his mobile phone. Just as Tang Yunren thought this, Jin Xiaoqiao's cell phone was snatched away by the yellow-haired boy. You still want to call the police? You're looking for death. Jin Xiaoqiao was also caught. It just so happens that one is not enough for 3 brothers to play with, so one more is enough. Let go of Xiaoqiao, Tang Yunren shouted anxiously. Beauty, don't worry about others. You should take care of yourself, right? The strong man said as he roughly pulled Tang Yunren away. Let go, let go. Just when Tang Yunren was as anxious as an ant on a hot pot, a hand suddenly stretched out and grabbed the strong man's arm. Tang Yunren turned around and saw that it was Zhang Che, and an indescribable sense of security suddenly surged into her heart. Then he became worried. Zhang Che is very strong, but this strong man is obviously much bigger than Zhang Che. In addition, there are 3 people on their side, and she and Jin Xiaoqiao combined are not even half of their combat strength. Superior. If there were to be a fight later, Zhang Che would definitely be the one to suffer. The more she thought about it, the more worried Tang Yunren became, except that the word, worry, was barely written on her face. Are you going to mind your own business? The strong man glared at Zhang Che with an angry look. Just by the ferocious look of the strong man, ordinary people would have been so frightened that they would run away and hide as far away as possible. And with Zhang Che relying on the system, he was not afraid at all. Let alone a system, even if there was no system, he would never watch someone bully Tang Yunren. Let go. Zhang Che looked at the strong man expressionlessly and said, his aura was not inferior to that of the strong man at all. Zhang Che's attitude was moved in Tang Yunren's eyes, but surprised in Jin Xiaoqiao's eyes. Jin Xiaoqiao did not expect that Zhang Che would not be afraid at all when facing someone as scary as a strong man. Even if Zhang Che is pretending, she still thinks he is very powerful, because in her eyes, Zhang Che is fair and clean. In ancient times, he was a weak scholar. In modern times, he is a otaku with no power to restrain a chicken. It's really courageous for such a person to dare to be tough and bully. Jin Xiaoqiao's eyes fell on Tang Yunren. Zhang Che did this for Tang Yunren. If that's the case, then she looks at him differently. Tell the labor and management to let go. The strong man glanced at Zhang Che quickly. Bean sprouts, you dare to order the labor and management to do things. I will give you a chance now, take your dog paws away, and then slap yourself twice. Otherwise, labor and management will destroy your 3 legs. Tang Yunren was extremely worried and looked at Zhang Che. Zhang Che, you'd better leave quickly and go find someone. Zhang Che turned to Tang Yunren and gave Tang Yunren a reassuring smile. Should I leave first? Do you think I am the person who can do such a thing? But you can't beat him. Whether you can beat me or not, I'll tell you after you try it. No matter what, I will never leave you alone. Listening to the young man's sincere words, Tang Yunren pursed her lips tightly and her eyes were red. If she hadn't restrained herself, she would have been moved to tears. Love experience value plus 1241. Love experience value plus 1345. Love experience value plus 1099. Love experience value plus 1248. Love experience value plus 1181. Next, Zhang Che and Tang Yunren looked at each other, lovingly looking at each other. The strong man looked at Tang Yunren, then at Zhang Che, and his back molars made a clicking sound. What the hell? The show of affection goes to the head of labor and management. The strong man roared unbearably, and then pulled Tang Yunren hard. Unexpectedly, before he could exert any force, Zhang Che grabbed him hard. What a lot of strength. The strong man didn't expect that this pretty boy who looked like a soft-boiled boy could be so strong. What I didn't expect was yet to come. Zhang Che turned his head to face the strong man, his eyes narrowed, and the force on his hand increased, and then increased. Ah, 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 the strong man bared his teeth in pain and screamed. Let go of her hand, Zhang Che said in a commanding tone. Bah, no, before the last word of men was uttered, Zhang Che once again increased the force. Ah, 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 it hurts. It hurts. It's broken, brother, please have mercy. Please have mercy. The strong man screamed and knelt on the ground, his face turned purple from pain. Tang Yunren and Jin Xiaoqiao both looked at Zhang Che with shocked eyes, their eyes full of disbelief. The strong man was still whining and begging for mercy, but his eyes signaled the other 2 people to come forward. After the 2 younger brothers understood, they rushed towards Zhang Che with their fists raised. Zhang Che, be careful, Tang Yunren shouted anxiously. Zhang Che grabbed the strong man's hand and folded it hard, and it broke with a click sound. Then, he kicked the strong man towards one of the younger brothers. The huge momentum knocked the strong man and the younger brother over together, followed by a roundhouse kick, and kicked out the person who intended to attack him. The strong man and his 2 younger brothers were lying on the ground, screaming incessantly. This scene made Tang Yunren and Jin Xiaoqiao's eyes almost fall off. Especially Jin Xiaoqiao. If she hadn't seen what happened today with her own eyes, she would never have believed that Zhang Che could beat 3 ignorant gangsters with his bare hands until they were unable to get up. Isn't this too handsome? Zhang Che, let's leave quickly. Tang Yunren was afraid that they would call someone, so she took Zhang Che's arm and pulled him away. Good. The strong man got up from the ground, glared fiercely in the direction Zhang Che left, and spat at the ground. Bah. The younger brother came over holding his stomach. Brother Feng, is that all? Forget it. Impossible. If you dare to offend my brother Feng, I will make him kneel down and call me grandpa. Should I follow him now and see where he lives? Go quickly. Okay. The way Jin Xiaoqiao looked at Zhang Che now was completely different from before. I really didn't expect it. Zhang Che, you are so powerful. 1 against 3. As Jin Xiaoqiao spoke, he moved his hand to squeeze Zhang Che's arm. Here, he's a real guy. He's not a fake guy, he's so hard. Xiaoqiao. Tang Yunren looked at Jin Xiaoqiao and shouted. I just pinched you, and you're jealous. Tisk, 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 I really don't want singles to live. Hearing what Jin Xiaoqiao said, Zhang Che and Tang Yunren looked at each other. After just a few seconds, Tang Yunren looked away embarrassedly. His face turned red again. Love experience value plus 289. Ahem, Tang Yunren cleared her throat to ease the awkward atmosphere. Zhang Che, you should be more careful in the past 2 days. I saw that those gangsters just now were very vicious, and I'm afraid they will retaliate. It's okay, don't worry, I'm very powerful, they are no match for me. I'm worried that they will find your family. Hearing what Tang Yunren said, Zhang Che's face darkened visibly. Living a new life made him realize how important family is and how irreplaceable family ties are. He must protect his family and not allow anyone to harm him. After returning home, Zhang Mingquan was busy making corn and pork rib soup. Where's Mom? She went to the temple to pray for you. I hope you can pass the exam smoothly. By the way, how did you do in the exam? 100% I can pass. Zhang Che said very confidently. Real, certainly. With Tang Yunren personally tutoring him, could he be successful? Speaking of today's English test, he really admired Tang Yunren. Because the key points drawn by Tang Yunren were all on target. More than 10 years have passed, and she can still remember it, which is really extraordinary. That's good, that's good. Zhang Mingquan was so happy that he couldn't close his mouth and took out a bottle of Wuliangye from the closet. Zhang Mingquan had hidden this bottle of 5-star Wuliangye for a long time and was reluctant to drink it. This is grain wine. It's delicious. Today, father and son, let's try it together to celebrate for you in advance. In fact, Zhang Mingquan hid 2 bottles in total, one of which was opened when he was admitted to Zhongcheng University for the college entrance examination. At that time, Zhang Mingquan was so happy that he was extremely drunk. After all, it was grain wine. Even after drinking it, I didn't vomit. I slept until dawn, my head didn't hurt, and my throat didn't feel dry. I could still go to work without any delay. If he had mixed alcohol with the wine and drank so much, he would have vomited and had a splitting headache. Zhang Mingquan opened the bottle cap and smelled it. Well, this food tastes delicious. Zhang Cheng looked at the bottle of wine in Zhang Mingquan's hand and thought of his past life. He didn't do well in the exam in his previous life, so Zhang Mingquan naturally didn't take out the wine. Later, when cleaning up the house, he accidentally touched a wine bottle and spilled the wine on the floor, which made Zhang Mingquan feel very distressed. Dad, I transferred some money to you. Zhang Mingquan looked at Zhang Che doubtfully. Why did you transfer the money to me? Isn't Chinese Valentine's Day coming soon? You and Mom have never had a good time together. Mom has worked hard every day for half her life. This Chinese Valentine's Day, you should go out together. Buy a diamond ring and necklace for Mom to make her happy too. Happy. Zhang Mingquan heard what Zhang Che said, thought about it, and felt the same. What qualified man doesn't want to make his wife look glamorous? Doesn't want his wife to wear gold and silver? A man's greatest dignity is to raise his wife with dignity, which is the greatest dignity for himself. Think about his wife again. When she married him, because her family was too poor, she gave her a gift of 10,000 yuan. The rest was nothing for his wife, not even wedding photos were taken. Later, after a few years of marriage, when the conditions at home were a little better, he mentioned that he and Linya should take re-wedding photos. Linya was worried about the money and was unwilling to part with it, so she excused herself to take photos because she was old. Linya has always been silently dedicated to her family. She has always been very stingy about herself, but she is willing to give it to Zhang Mingquan and her children. The more Zhang Mingquan thought about it, the more he felt that he had wronged Linya. You're right, I want to have a good time with your mother this Chinese Valentine's Day. However, I have money of my own and I don't need you to transfer it. You can keep your money for your own use. Aren't you dealing in stocks? Although I don't understand this thing very well, I also know that investing in this requires a lot of capital. Dad, I'll transfer it to you, just keep it. If you want to celebrate Chinese Valentine's Day, you have to have a good time. A diamond ring is not cheap. Besides, I have a lot of money now. In terms of funds, you don't have to worry about me not having enough. You are yours, I won't take it. Zhang Che saw that Zhang Mingquan was so stubborn, so he could only use his ultimate move, click on the balance of his mobile phone, and hand it to Zhang Mingquan. Then Zhang Mingquan accepted the money in shock. Brother Feng, we found out, that boy lives in Chushui community. Good job, what else did you find? His parents are ordinary working people, and he also has a disabled sister. Sister, are you beautiful? It's quite upright, but it's a pity that his legs are disabled. It's her. Find out which school his sister goes to. Go and block her. Okay, I'll go check it out right now. Hu Feng had a stern look on his face after hanging up the phone. Zhang Che, you boy, I will let you know how miserable the consequences will be if you offend me. School was over in the afternoon the next day. As soon as Zhang Yuan came out of the school gate, he was stared at. After a while, he was stopped in a place with few people. Zhang Yuan looked at the gangster-looking people and thought that he would be lying if he said he wasn't afraid. What do you want to do? Hu Feng stepped forward and said, I am your brother Zhang Che's friend and I want to treat you to dinner. Zhang Yuankai didn't believe Hu Feng's lies. She was running her brain rapidly now, trying to get out of the predicament. Two big round eyes turned around, and finally saw an acquaintance. I'm not familiar with him, I've only met him once. Wu Qingshu. Her brother had no threatening love rival. Zhang Yuan waved towards Wu Qingshu, come here quickly. Wu Qingshu looked around, and finally pointed at himself. Why are you still standing there? Come here quickly and I will tell you about my brother. Hearing what Zhang Yuan said, Wu Qingshu came over doubtfully. After the younger brother glanced at Wu Qingshu, he turned to Hu Feng and said, Brother Feng, here is a helper. Do you want to give him too? The younger brother made a gesture of wiping his neck. When Wu Qingshu saw his younger brother's posture, he was so frightened that he quickly stopped. Hey, don't get me wrong, I'm not familiar with this girl. In this case, get out of here. Wu Qingshu grew up in a wealthy family. Everyone at home pampered him, and his friends all spoke kind words about him. Being told to go away still made him a little unhappy. But due to the large number of people on the other side, and the fact that one of them was so muscular, he didn't even think that he would be his opponent. So I had to endure it. Zhang Yuan became anxious when he saw Wu Qingshu was leaving. After finally moving in an unreliable reinforcement, we couldn't just watch him leave. No wonder you can't steal my brother. If my brother encounters something like this, he will definitely act bravely. And you are like a turtle. When people tell you to get out, you just get out of here. You have no dignity at all. Are you still a man? Wu Qingshu stopped and looked back at Zhang Yuan. Why am I not a man anymore? You're not. Say one more thing. If you were, you should stay. I'm not related to you, so why should I go out of my way to help you? Then you go. As long as you leave now, you will never be qualified to compete with my brother. No woman will like a cowardly man like you. I will hit you, believe it or not. Wu Qingshu raised his palm to slap Zhang Yuan. Come on, smoke it. If you can, smoke it. Zhang Yuan stretched out his face and said provocatively. Wu Qingshu strode up to Zhang Yuan, raised his palm and hit Zhang Yuan in the face. The next second, he quickly moved to the wheelchair, pushed the wheelchair and started running. Brother Feng, run away. Hu Feng slapped his younger brother aside. I'm not blind. I saw it. Why are you still standing here? Hurry up and chase me. Wu Qingshu continued to push the wheelchair and run desperately. Within 10 minutes of running, Wu Qingshu was so tired that he was out of breath and panting heavily. It's only 10 minutes. Isn't that too short for you? Zhang Yuan complained. Wu Qingshu rolled his eyes at Zhang Yuan speechlessly. This girl, does she know what she is talking about? Is 10 minutes a short time? If you sow beans, you will get melons. Hurry up, or they will catch up. Zhang Yuan said crudely. I can't do it anymore. I really can't do it anymore. Let me slow down. I have to slow down. I'm exhausted. Wu Qingshu found a stone pillar to sit down on. You are too lacking in exercise. You just ran for 10 minutes. Don't you usually exercise? I go out and drive a Ferrari every day, do I need to exercise? Wu Qingshu replied unbearably. I thought that he had been possessed by something evil just now, and he had the courage to push people away from those gangsters. Looking back now, I am afraid that I will break out in a cold sweat. She is really possessed. She is Zhang Che's sister. He ran to save his love rival's sister. You rely on Ferrari for everything, and you also rely on it when you get married. Zhang Yuan complained. I said you are not an adult yet. The words you say are darker than the words in my mind. Don't talk nonsense, hurry up. They are catching up, Zhang Yuan urged anxiously. Wu Qingshu looked behind him and saw that those gangsters were catching up. Seeing this, Wu Qingshu hurriedly climbed up from the ground, pushed the wheelchair and ran as fast as he could. At the intersection ahead, I almost bumped into someone. To be precise, he almost bumped into Zhang Che. Zhang Yuan. Wu Qingshu. Why did Wu Qingshu push his sister to run away? Could it be that Wu Qingshu was resentful because of Tang Yunren? So he wanted to take it out on his sister. Zhang Che thought of what Wu Qingshu once said, telling him to stay away from Tang Yunren, otherwise he would have to date his sister. Thinking of this, Zhang Che suddenly became furious and grabbed Wu Qingshu's collar. Wu Qingshu, you are not a man. Are you worthy of pursuing Ranran? You misunderstood. Misunderstanding. You even pushed my sister away, and you still told me about the misunderstanding. Brother, it's really a misunderstanding. Zhang Yuan grabbed Zhang Che's clothes. You are so kind and you still speak for him. Do you think I'm a kind person? No, Zhang Yuan. Zhang Che calmed down a little and looked at Zhang Yuan. Is it really a misunderstanding? Zhang Yuan and Wu Qingshu nodded in unison. At this moment, Hu Feng led people to chase him. Seeing this group of people, Zhang Che no longer doubted what Wu Qingshu and Zhang Yuan said. Stop, stop, stop. After seeing Zhang Che, Hu Feng quickly stopped and looked at Zhang Che with vigilant eyes. His hand that was broken by Zhang Che yesterday was still hanging around his neck, and the scene of Zhang Che knocking his two younger brothers to the ground with 3 punches and 2 kicks was still vivid in his mind. To be honest, I was a little shocked. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stopped so quickly just now. Brother, run. Zhang Yuan saw them catching up and shouted quickly. Before the voice could finish, she saw her brother coming out from behind her and standing in front of her. Zhang Yuan tilted his head and watched this scene. What is this for? Although she had indeed told Wu Qingshu before that if her brother encountered such a thing, he would definitely not hide away, but by saying that, she was completely provoking Wu Qingshu to help her. Just now she did it out of luck. While she was talking about Wu Qingshu, she also secretly gave Wu Qingshu a wink. At that time, she was thinking that no matter how low the success rate was, doing something to save herself was better than waiting to die. In this situation, her brother actually didn't hide, but chose to confront those savage gangsters head-on. Isn't this seeking death? Wu Qingshu also watched with wide eyes. He knew that Zhang Che had some skills, but these people were of the same nature as the thugs he hired a few days ago. Those thugs work for money, and these look like the kind of people who live a life of licking blood on the tip of a knife. There are also steel pipes and knives in their hands. Is Zhang Che really not afraid? Anyway, his legs are weak now. Take good care of my sister. Zhang Che turned his head and said to Wu Qingshu. Why are you instructing me? Wu Qingshu replied unhappily. Zhang Che did not pay attention to Wu Qingshu's words, but turned to face Hu Feng, his eyes falling on Hu Feng's hand hanging around his neck. It will take at least a month or 2 for this hand to heal. Hu Feng's face turned livid with anger. You. As soon as a word came out of his mouth, he was interrupted by Zhang Che. You don't want the other hand anymore, Zhang Che said looking at Hu Feng's uninjured hand. Being stared at by Zhang Che's cold gaze, Hu Feng suddenly felt as if his hand had been broken and reflexively took it back. Then he thought that he had brought 5 people here today, and they all had guys in hand, so he felt confident. Are you brave enough to take action? See if you can break my hand. Zhang Che looked around, thought for a while and said, there are 6 of you in total. I will challenge you 6. If I win, you are not allowed to look for my family again. If I lose, how about I let you handle it? Ha ha, ha 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 ha, aren't you talking nonsense? If you lose and are beaten to the ground by us, you will definitely be at our disposal. Then I'll add another condition. I'll take whatever guy you want with my bare hands. Zhang Che said as he asked the system to spend a lot of experience points in exchange for top master level skills. You actually look down on us. That's right, I just look down on you. Do you dare to gamble or not? Zhang Che did this entirely to solve his worries and prevent them from looking for Zhang Yuan or his parents in the future. In Hu Fang's eyes, Zhang Che at this time was extremely arrogant. Good. If he doesn't agree, he won't have to go out to hang out in the future. Brother, Zhang Yuan shouted worriedly. Zhang Che looked back at Zhang Yuan. I'll give you a very difficult task. What? Zhang Yuan was stunned. Think carefully about what to eat tonight. The biggest headache for cooks is what to buy, especially when preparing dishes for a big family. After saying that, Zhang Che cracked his wrists, stretched his muscles, and walked forward. Thanks to the system, he was not afraid at all. The less afraid Zhang Che is and the more confident he is, the more excited Hu Feng and others are. To them, Zhang Che looked like this, either because he was being mysterious, or because he was very confident that he could defeat them all. 10 minutes later, it turned out to be the latter. Zhang Yuan stared at this incredible scene with his eyes wide open and his mouth wide open. Is this her brother? Her brother who only knows how to cheat on girls? When did he become so heroic? It feels so unreal. Also stunned was Wu Qingshu. Wu Qingshu stared at Zhang Che with eyes wide open. Not only was there shock on his face, but he also felt dwarfed and ashamed of himself. Is Zhang Che's love rival too powerful? With such high martial arts skills and handsome looks, can he win when competing with such a person? He felt that if he were a woman, he would choose Zhang Che instead of himself. Is there really nothing he can do to defeat Zhang Che? He has money. But he knew Tang Yunren very well. She was different from those snobbish girls. If she were the same, he wouldn't be so persistent with Tang Yunren. The more he thought about it, the more Wu Qingshu felt that his future was bleak and bleak. Just then, someone tapped him on the arm. Wu Qingshu looked down and saw Zhang Yuan patting his hand. Are you trying to comfort me? The feeling of being comforted by the sister of a love rival is so complicated that it is difficult to describe. Actually, you're not that bad. At least you helped me just now. Then I helped you. Should you repay me? You want me to help you chase girls? Right, I can't help with this. Why? There is a huge disparity in strength between the two sides. No matter how good my support is, it will be useless if I can't do the main attack. Quote. Okay, if he doesn't talk anymore, why not just leave? After Zhang Che completely dealt with Hu Feng's gang, he walked over and looked away from Wu Qingshu who left. What were you talking about just now? I didn't say anything. But you, when did you learn such a powerful skill? When I was dreaming, there was an old man in the dream. He said that I was gifted, had amazing bones, and was a peerless genius in martial arts, so he entrusted me with the dream and taught me how to practice martial arts. Zhang Che started talking nonsense seriously. Zhang Yuan's mouth twitched when he heard it. You think I'll believe it? You will not. You don't know how to say that. Didn't you ask me? I'm asking you to tell the truth. You didn't ask me to tell the truth just now. Zhang Yuan rolled his eyes speechlessly. Can you tell the truth now? Okay, what I just said is the truth. It was taught to me by the grandpa in the dream. Quote. Zhang Yuan really wanted to smash him to death with his new phone. Sure enough, the brother who cheated on the girl is still the brother who cheated on the girl, without any change. Annoying. So irritating. After 2 days of exams, summer vacation came. On the first day of summer vacation, the daughter of the original landlord of the rental house came to the door. Zhang Xinting was carrying several bags of fruit in her hands. Ting Ting, here you go, sit inside. Lin Ya greeted Zhang Xinting warmly. Zhang Xinting's eyes kept rolling, looking inside. Isn't Zhang Che here? Lin Ya knew that Zhang Xinting came to see Zhang Che. Xiao Che, come out, Ting Ting is here. Oh, Zhang Che didn't want to say it because he knew the purpose of Zhang Xinting's visit. Zhang Che looked at Zhang Xinting, who was extremely heavy, and thought of when he first moved here. At that time, Zhang Xinting was only 120 pounds, slightly chubby, and not bad looking. In just a few years, bungalows have turned into villas, and the development has been too fast. He felt that if Zhang Xinting had been more restrained, she would not be like this. While Zhang Che was thinking this, Zhang Xinting was also looking at Zhang Che constantly. She knew Zhang Che was handsome, but he used to be just an ordinary handsome guy, but now Zhang Che is really handsome, no less handsome than a popular young guy. And it also gives her a faint charm of a mature man. This feeling made her very strange. Zhang Che was obviously only 18 years old and several years younger than her. How could he give her this feeling? As she watched, Zhang Xinting's eyes fell on Zhang Che's muscular arms. Yo, after not seeing him for a while, why did his figure suddenly become so good? It feels so safe. Looking at it, Zhang Xinting almost lost control of her saliva. Just a little bit, it flowed down the corner of the mouth. Zhang Che suddenly felt a chill after being stared at by Zhang Xinting with such innocent eyes. At this time, Zhang Yuan reached out and patted his butt, giving him a "take care" look. He didn't know if it was Zhang Che's illusion, but he always felt that Zhang Yuan seemed to be taking pleasure in others' misfortunes. Just as Zhang Che was muttering in his heart, Zhang Xinting walked over, shaking the layers of swimming rings on her body. Zhang Che kept staring at the floor of his house, fearing that Zhang Xinting would stomp all over the floor with his next kick. Xiao Che, long time no see. You have changed so much. You have become handsome and strong. Zhang Xinting stared at Zhang Che with gleaming eyes. Zhang Che took a step back. Emphasize. He was not a coward, he was protecting his innocence for Tang Yunren. You too, you've changed a lot, you're plumper than before. Xiao Che. Lin Ya glared at Zhang Che. Zhang Yuan covered his mouth and suppressed laughter. It's okay, Aunt Lin, he is praising me. My parents often say that I am blessed with a fat figure. Zhang Xinting was not angry at all. Instead, she thought Zhang Che liked her figure. Xiao Che, please treat Ting Ting well, I'll wash and cut the fruits. After saying that, Lin Ya looked at Zhang Yuan, what are you still doing here? Have you finished your homework? Oh, I'm going to do my homework. As smart as Zhang Yuan, he could tell that Lin Ya deliberately sent her away to give Zhang Che and Zhang Xinting a world for two. Lin Ya believed what Zhang Che said to her a few days ago, but from Zhang Che's point of view, he hadn't caught up with the girl yet, and maybe he just didn't have a clue, so it was best not to have high hopes. She could see that Zhang Xinting liked his son very much, and she thought Zhang Xinting was pretty good. If things went through, she would have a daughter-in-law. After Lin Ya and Zhang Yuan left, only Zhang Che and Zhang Xinting were left in the living room. Sister Ting Ting, sit down. Zhang Che greeted Zhang Xinting politely. Don't call me sister, just call me Ting Ting. Zhang Xinting said, walked to the sofa and sat down. Ah, isn't this bad? Zhang Che saw with his own eyes that the sofa in his house was sunk into a basin when Zhang Xinting sat on it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm only 4 years older than you, just a little older than you. 4 years older, just a little bit older. Are girls so self-deceptive about age? If you don't want to call me Ting Ting, then you can call me Xingxin. Zhang Che took a sip of water and spit it out, cough cough cough. Zhang Xinting walked around behind Zhang Che and said, let me pat you. No cough cough use. Do you want to use it? Okay, don't worry, I'll take the photo for you. Zhang Xinting's brick-like slap came up, and Zhang Che felt that his internal organs almost came out of his mouth. Zhang Che thought that it was because of his good physical fitness. If it were anyone else, just Zhang Xinting's slap would have scored 110 and 120. Okay, ahem, no. Use it. Zhang Che emphasized the word, no, to prevent her from hearing it wrong again. If she slaps him again, he is afraid that Tang Yunren will become a widow again and be heartbroken. Feeling the burning pain on his back, he was sure there must be a big red shadow on his back. It's okay, just be careful when you drink water. Zhang Xinting sat back on the sofa and plopped down, causing the sofa to sink into a basin again. Should he be careful? It's not because you asked him to call you, Xingxin. Some time ago, he listened to Li Hao calling Xingxin endlessly in front of him all day long, which made him very sensitive to the name Xingxin now. I'll still call you Sister Ting Ting, I'm used to it. That's up to you. Zhang Xinting no longer cares about the title, because she thinks in her heart that when they get married in the future, Zhang Che will call her wife, so it doesn't matter what the title is now. I heard from my mother that you are chasing girls in school. Please stop chasing me. With your conditions, do you still need to waste your time chasing others? What do you think of me? Is it so direct and proactive? Zhang Xinting got up from the sofa again and came to Zhang Che. Zhang Yuan watched excitedly through the crack in the door, holding back the rooster's crow. Zhang Che raised his head and looked at the mountain standing in front of him. A leaf obscures the vision, and Mount Tai cannot be seen. Mount Tai blocks the eyes, and only Mount Tai can be seen. This was Zhang Che's visual experience at this time. Just when Zhang Che was about to get up, Zhang Xinting suddenly reached out her hand, held his shoulders, and pushed him down again. PFF'd, Zhang Yuan couldn't hold back his laughter and quickly covered his mouth. So funny. At that moment, her brother looked like a hen being held down by a rooster. Zhang Yuan thought it was funny, but Zhang Che felt like Alexander in his heart. It's not that he said that if anyone faced this behemoth, his mental health index would decline. After Zhang Xinting held Zhang Che down, she sat next to him. At that moment, Zhang Che felt like he was falling into the valley without weight. I feel a little panicked. Shesh. This squeaking sound made Zhang Che jump up like a frightened bird. Shesh, don't get up. Sit here and hurry up. Zhang Xinting reached out and patted her side. Sister Ting Ting, I understand what you mean, but I told your mother before that I already have someone I like, and you know it. Zhang Che showed his attitude. I know, what I mean is, if you give up pursuing that girl, I will be your girlfriend, and I promise you won't regret it. Hearing what Zhang Xinting said, Zhang Che wanted to ask, who gave you the confidence to say such narcissistic words? Do you not regret it? Or do you regret it so much that your intestines are pierced? I won't give up. When Zhang Che said this, the look on his face was as serious as he could be. Tang Yunren had paid so much for him in her previous life, and in the end she got into a car accident because of the ring he gave her. He owed her too much. He originally approached Tang Yunren with a debt mentality, but after contacting her again and again, he discovered that Tang Yunren cute and charming, the more we get along with her, the more I like her. How is she better than me? Zhang Xinting's expression changed. The atmosphere in the living room began to become serious and solemn. It has nothing to do with comparison, it's like a lock and a key. I am the only key that fits her, and she is the lock that traps my heart. That's all. When Zhang Che said this, his eyes were incomparable of firmness. After Zhang Che's voice fell, the living room became unusually quiet. After a while, Lin Ya came out of the kitchen carrying a fruit plate. At this time, Zhang Xinting stood up. I will definitely stick to what I decide. Unless you are really together and married, I will not give up. After Zhang Xinting finished speaking, she walked towards the door. Ting Ting, don't you want some fruit? Lin Ya called. Zhang Xinting looked back at Zhang Che. I'm waiting for you to fail in your confession on Shishi Festival. Even if you don't fail, I will still steal it. After Zhang Xinting left, Zhang Yuan came out in a wheelchair, picked up the cut fruit on the table and ate it. Hey, Zhang Che sighed. What are you doing? Zhang Yuan raised his head and glanced at Zhang Che. It gives me a headache if I'm too charming. Zhang Yuan. Why is she being so mean and asking if her fruit doesn't taste good? Didi, Zhang Che received the message from Tang Yunren. Tang Yunren, your family has special arrangements for the summer vacation. How will you spend it? Zhang Che. No, Zhang Che. What about you? Tang Yunren. In a few days, I will go to the hot springs in Tingyu County with my parents and brother. Zhang Che. I'm so envious. No, her lover will be arriving soon. Tang Yunren said she would go to Tingyu County with her family. When are you going? On Valentine's Day. My parents want to celebrate their own Valentine's Day, and we, brothers and sisters, just play by ourselves. It's really Valentine's Day. Wouldn't this affect his plan? This is how to do. After thinking about it, Zhang Che suddenly had an idea and looked at Lin Ya. Mom, I heard from a friend that the hot springs in Tingyu County are quite good. Do you want to take a bath together? Hot spring. It's so hot in summer. What hot spring should I soak in? You don't understand this. In fact, soaking in hot springs is a very good activity to relieve the heat and cool down. When you soak in hot springs, your pores will quickly open and the heat in your body will be released. Through repeated soaking, your whole body will be completely. It eliminates body heat, treats the symptoms and root causes, and makes you feel relaxed and comfortable after soaking. Quote. I agree with both hands. Zhang Yuan had envied her classmates who had been in hot springs before, but now that Zhang Che proposed it, of course she would agree with it with both hands. Forget it, your dad and I both have jobs. In fact, Linya just cares about money. Mom, you can earn money at any time. You still have to enjoy life. It's a rare summer vacation. It's a kind of enjoyment for the family to go out and have fun. It used to be inconvenient to go out. Now that you have a car, you can just drive. Go neat. Yes, brother is right, Mom, just go. Zhang Yuan took Lin Ya's hand and coquettishly. Lin Ya frowned, and she still had many worries in her heart. Zhang Che continued to persuade her. Besides, taking my sister's legs in hot springs will be of great benefit to her recovery. Hearing what Zhang Che said, Lin Ya's heart moved. I wonder if your dad has time. He certainly has. After Zhang Che finished speaking, he sent a message to Zhang Mingquan, telling him about the family's hot spring trip just now, and especially emphasized to him that it was Valentine's Day. Zhang Mingquan took a look and immediately agreed to Zhang Che's proposal. So the family decided happily. Before that, Zhang Che had to fulfill his agreement with Tang Yunren. Be a model for Tang Yunren for a day. Where to paint? Zhang Che sent a message and asked. Zhang Che was thinking about painting Quangguo, so he had to find a place where no one was around. This is convenient. How about opening a hotel? After receiving the news, Tang Yunren rolled her eyes at the air speechlessly. Go to my grandma's house. Isn't that good? What if we make too much noise and affect your grandma? Is there a lot of movement? What kind of movement can a painting make? Go to my grandma's old house. Deng Lanfang's old house. Zhang Che heard Zhang Yuan say this in his previous life. In his previous life, Deng Lanfang passed away. Logically speaking, even if he disliked Tang Yunren, he was still Tang Yunren's husband in name and should clean up the old house with her. But coincidentally, he happened to be on a business trip at that time. So in the end, Zhang Yuan accompanied Tang Yunren. When they came back, Zhang Yuan complained to her, saying that there were many mouse nests in the old house, which almost scared them to death. It's good to have mice. When the time comes, as soon as the little mouse appears, Tang Yunren is so frightened that she throws herself into his arms. While Zhang Che was thinking about it, Tang Yunren was packing away the rat poison he bought online. Because of her past life experience, she bought a lot of rat poison. Half an hour later, Zhang Che drove to pick her up from downstairs of Tang Yunren's community. Tang Yunren was carrying the painting tools and looked around. When she saw that no one was looking in her direction, she quickly got into Zhang Che's car. Deng Lanfang's old house is not in the city center, but in a very remote suburb. The suburbs of Zhangcheng are similar to the countryside. There are poplar trees on both sides of the road. In March and April, flying catkins begin to fly everywhere. As the car drove farther and farther, the houses gradually became sparse, and flat fields began to appear. It took about more than an hour of driving to reach the destination. The old house has a courtyard with stone walls. The courtyard is covered with green ivy, and mottled moss grows on the stone in front of the door. The overall look gives people a comfortable and pleasant feeling. It would be nice to retire here in the future. Zhang Che couldn't help but sigh. Although he looks 18 years old now, in his heart he is an uncle in his 30s. I worked so hard in my previous life, but before I even had time to enjoy life, it just fell into disrepair. No matter how hard I thought, I would lose money. Therefore, the ancients sincerely do not deceive me. If you are proud of life, you must have all the joy, and don't let the golden bottle stand empty against the moon. That is to say, he was lucky enough to be reborn, while most people in the world lamented that they did not live a free and easy life before they died, and it was too late to regret. It's indeed pretty good, Tang Yunren also said with emotion. If possible, she would also like to find a secluded place to retire in the future, where she can sit and watch the sunrise and sunset with the people she likes. How wonderful that would be. When she thought of this, Tang Yunren turned to look at Zhang Che and found that Zhang Che was looking at her. Love experience value plus 264. Well, let's go in. Tang Yunren was not as thick-skinned as Zhang Che, so she hurriedly looked away and walked towards the courtyard gate. Shall I go in front? Zhang Che walked over and said. Tang Yunren looked at Zhang Che with a puzzled face. Why, no one has lived in this yard for a long time. What if there are mice? Tang Yunren's pupils dilated and she looked slightly surprised. How did you know there was a mouse? How did he know this? It is impossible for someone who is not reborn to know. Didn't I just say that? This is an old house, and no one has lived in it for a long time. Not to mention rats, there might be some dirt in it. Hearing Zhang Che say this, Tang Yunren's face suddenly turned pale. Dirty stuff. What dirty stuff? Tang Yunren imagined in her mind that when she opened the door, something with long hair and white clothes would be hanging upside down. The more he thought about it, the more scared he became. He subconsciously raised his hand and hugged Zhang Che's wrist tightly. Zhang Che lowered his head and looked at Tang Yunren's hands, and then looked at Tang Yunren's pale face. Where are you thinking? Have you watched too many horror movies? The dirty things I'm talking about are cockroaches, insects, centipedes, snakes and the like. Do you think they are glutinous rice balls? Can't you just stop talking? As long as I'm here, don't worry. It's the 21st century, there's no such thing. When Zhang Che said this, he actually felt a little guilty. After his death in his previous life, his soul floated out of his body and stayed with Tang Yunren. Besides, if there is such a thing, I can protect you. I'm not afraid. He himself used to be like that, afraid of a hammer. After saying that, Zhang Che directly pushed open the courtyard door. The door was in disrepair for a long time, and it made an unpleasant, squeaking sound due to rust. The yard is covered with moss and there are spider webs in the corners. Fortunately, the house is quite tidy, although it is slightly dusty. Tang Yunren chose to come here because of what Dang Lanfang said when he came to their home for dinner 2 days ago. Ask them to take some time to clean the old house when they have time. She remembered it and wanted to find an opportunity to come here. Shall we tidy things up first? Good. There is nothing to clean in the room. The sofa, bed, table and chairs are all covered with dustproof cloths, which can be used after being opened. So just wipe the countertop with a cloth and mop the floor with a broom. Besides, if men and women are matched, the work will not be tiring. This makes perfect sense. Zhang Che said that he had never worked so hard before. When I was helping at home, my work was very monotonous, but now I am getting more and more energetic as I work. You're sweating a lot, do you want to take a bath? Tang Yunren asked, looking at Zhang Che who was sweating profusely. Zhang Che looked at Tang Yunren, and there were thin beads of sweat on the girl's smooth and white forehead. Would you like to wash it first? You should go first, your clothes are soaked. Wash together. Rogue. Tang Yunren glanced at Zhang Che angrily. Tang Yunren's eyes are really pretty, especially the slender ends of her eyes. Many people wear long eyeliners. The longer the eyeliners are, the more charming they are. Tang Yunren's eyes are naturally slender at the end. When she smiles, she brings disaster to the country and the people, and when she rolls her eyes, she is as charming as silk. When the whole person is quiet, it is like a painting, and when it is dynamic, it is like a fairy coming out of the painting. Therefore, the name of Zhongcheng University's campus bell is really not just called casually. When Zhang Che took a shower, he also washed his t-shirt and came out with his upper body naked. Why are you dressed like this? Tang Yunren didn't know where to look. Look this way. Look over there. Finally, he glanced at Zhang Che. Love experience value plus 298. Hearing this system prompt, Zhang Che was secretly happy in his heart. This wifey girl of his is not honest at all. I obviously wanted to see it, but I still pretended to be embarrassed. Let you take a look later. Aren't my clothes wet with sweat? I have no choice but to wash them, otherwise I can't wear them. What Zhang Che said was reasonable, leaving Tang Yunren speechless. You go ahead and do the washing. I'll hang the clothes in the yard. When Zhang Che came back from the yard, Tang Yunren had already started taking a shower. The bathroom door is very tight, not like the one in the TV series at all, and you can see the graceful shadow inside. Zhang Che sat with his legs spread apart, hearing the sound of blah 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 in his ears. The sound of the shower falling on the floor seemed to knock on the door of his heart. The door to his heart had been knocked open long ago. As I thought about it, the heat in my nose flowed down unsatisfactorily. At the age of 18, I have just transitioned from the out-of-control stage to the intense stage. In such a situation, it would be abnormal not to have a nosebleed. Zhang Che pinched his nose and went to the bathroom to flush out the nosebleeds. He thought of his previous life, where he played games in college. After leaving school, he knew how to start a business and make money, but no woman had ever touched it. He really had no taste for life at all. Just when Zhang Che was thinking this, Tang Yunren came out of the bathroom. The beauty came out of the bath, with water droplets dripping from her messy hair, dripping on her body, soaking her clothes. Through the soaked area, she could vaguely see her bean paste and pink underwear. As he watched, the flood that had just stopped surged down again. Zhang Che, what's wrong with you? Zhang Che raised his head and pinched his nose. Why do you have a nosebleed? This question is not too exciting. Maybe the temperature is a little high. The air conditioner is broken, otherwise the air conditioner can be turned on. Come over quickly and turn on the fan. Tang Yunren said while holding Zhang Che's hand and walking towards the sofa. Zhang Che sat on the sofa with his legs spread out of habit. Most straight men will choose this sitting posture. This is not simply to attract women, but a physiological phenomenon. It's hard to explain exactly what physiological phenomenon it is, but all men should understand it. Don't move around, I'll clean it up for you. Tang Yunren frowned anxiously and walked into Zhang Che's arms with a tissue. At this moment, Tang Yunren was filled with concern for Zhang Che and didn't think there was anything wrong with this posture. But Zhang Che couldn't stand it anymore. Didn't she send herself into his tiger's den? As a result, the nosebleed became more and more unstoppable. Why can't I stop the bleeding? Tang Yunren said anxiously. It's fine. My nose bleeds all the time, how can I be fine? Maybe it's just too hot. I have ice water in the car. Bring me over and I'll just put some ice on it. If Tang Yunren was not sent away, he was afraid that he would become the first person in the world to die from a nosebleed. Okay, just wait for me, I'll get it right away. After Tang Yunren left, Zhang Che immediately clicked on his phone and played the "Hear Heart Curse." Sure enough, the whole person felt much more peaceful. 5 minutes later, the nosebleed finally stopped. Tang Yunren breathed a long sigh of relief. If I had known you were so afraid of the heat, I wouldn't have brought you to this place. Tang Yunren felt a little guilty. Zhang Che stretched out his hand and flicked Tang Yunren's forehead gently. What a pure and innocent girl. That is to say, you are stupid and really think that he is suffering from nosebleeds due to heat. If you don't bring me, who else do you want to bring? Me. That's what she said, and she didn't mean anything else. I'm telling you, you can't just bring other men here. That means I'm a gentleman, but if you were someone else, in a place like this, if you were wild, you would cry to death and no one would come to save you. Hearing Zhang Che say this, Tang Yunren immediately pursed her lips. Yes. You are a gentleman. No one is more upright than you. I can rest assured about you. In her previous life, she had been married to him for several years and lived under the same roof every day, but in the end, she regarded a woman in her prime as nothing. If Zhang Che is not a gentleman, who is? Listening to Tang Yunren's words, Zhang Che always felt some indescribable yin and yang aura. It's really a shame in a woman's heart. She was fine just a moment ago, but now her face has changed faster than the sky. In this case, it is best not to continue to dig deeper into the reason, because the girl may suddenly get emotional and digest it after a while. If you have to break the casserole and get to the bottom of it, most of them will be thankless. But if after a while the girl is still angry, admit your mistake first and then ask why. This is to prevent the girl from keeping the matter in her heart. If it breaks out over time, it will be out of control. Don't you want to draw? My clothes happen to be wet too, so I'll draw with my upper body naked. I guess you've never painted anyone else's upper body naked. If there was, he would want to see who Tang Yunren painted and then tear it up. Drawed before, Tang Yunren said. Zhang Che's eyes widened and he thought to himself, who would risk his life to be naked from the waist up in front of his wife? He wouldn't even be naked from the lower body, right? I looked for materials on my mobile phone and drew based on them. Tang Yunren added. Zhang Che breathed a sigh of relief. So, I am your first time? Zhang Che asked Tang Yunren, who was stunned for 2 seconds. Tang Yunren knew that what Zhang Che wanted to express was that it was the first time to draw a naked upper body. But I still have some misconceptions. Love experience value plus 396. It's getting late, I started painting. Tang Yunren took out the drawing board and covered her face. Her face is very hot now. She can guess that her face must be very red without looking in the mirror. Why is your face so red? Zhang Che deliberately asked teasingly. Tang Yunren, who asked this question, contributed 3 love experience points in a row. Love experience value plus 299. Love experience value plus 385. Love experience value plus 411. It should be hot. Tang Yunren stammered, yes. It's hot. Didn't you have a nosebleed just now because of the heat? His nosebleed was not due to heat, Zhang Che said in his heart. What kind of look should I pose? Zhang Che put on a thinker look. Is this okay? Can you be more serious? You said, the thinker is not serious. I said you are not serious, okay. After the two had a primary schoolboy bickering, Zhang Che sat still in a handsome pose. In fact, before coming here, Zhang Che searched a lot of pictures of handsome poses on Baidu. He first gestured in front of the mirror for a long time, and then pulled Zhang Yuan to help him look at them. Zhang Yuan rolled his eyes until they were bloodshot and red. Love experience value plus 157. Hearing this system prompt, the villain in Zhang Che nodded with great satisfaction. This is already the 520th system prompt since the painting started. What does this mean? It shows that the pose he worked so hard to pick out was not in vain. The more Tang Yunren moved her strokes, the redder her face became. At the beginning, it was just the gullah framework, which was fine, and the details would not be involved. Her face wasn't that red yet. After the entire frame was completed, it was time to start filling in the details. Details are something that requires careful observation. If you observe carefully, you will inevitably have to stare at one place and look at it over and over again. This made her unable to hold on any longer. Eye, nose, mouth, every detail down to the eyebrows and eyelashes must be drawn one by one. Only after drawing it did she realize that his eyelashes were so long. She made a rough estimate. It has to be at least 7 centimeters, right? Her eyelashes are only 8 centimeters, and they are almost catching up with her. And his nose, tall and straight. The shape of the mouth is also nice. Thin. The skin is also good. Even the ears look good. Handsome everywhere. Look down. It falls on a man's iconic place. Adam's apple. Just as Tang Yunren stared, her Adam's apple rolled up and down. Seeing this, Tang Yunren's breathing moved at the same rhythm. Love experience value plus 399. His eyes continued to move downward. The collarbone is very long. Below are 2 strong chest muscles. Below that are the well-proportioned 8-pack abs. Love experience value plus 496. Zhang Che saw that Tang Yunren was staring at him without moving, so he guessed that she was fascinated by his strong figure. It was worth his hard morning jog and lottery draw some time ago. Tick-tock tick, it started to rain lightly. Tang Yunren stopped and looked towards the window. The phone clearly says it's not raining, so why is it raining? Zhang Che clicked on the weather forecast on his mobile phone. Now the phone says it's raining. Fortunately, it's just raining. It will probably stop after a while. A few minutes later, la 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 la, the heavy rain poured down, and a curtain of rain fell directly in front of the door. Tang Yunren glanced at Zhang Che speechlessly. What a crow's mouth. He had a crow's mouth some time ago, but the crow's mouth experience coupon has ended, which has nothing to do with him. It's not raining very hard. As long as it doesn't thunder, I can drive back. As soon as Zhang Che finished speaking, there was a sudden rumble, and there was thunder. Tang Yunren looked towards Zhang Che. Zhang Che shrugged innocently. This man is really evil. Are you deliberately going against him? Thunderstorms are better and will stop soon. Stop talking. Tang Yunren couldn't stop herself. As a result, it got dark at 7:30 in the evening, the rain was still pouring down, and the thunder came one after another. Tang Yunren cast a sad look at Zhang Che. I told you to stop talking. Zhang Che opened his mouth. What did he want to say? God was against him. Fortunately, I brought a lot of food with me when I came here. Let's get in the car and have something to eat first. After a simple dinner, the two of them waited for the thunderstorm to pass, but the rain did not decrease but increased. It seems like we can't go back today, Zhang Che said bitterly. Then don't blame you. He doesn't speak, etc. Zhang Che suddenly realized a very serious problem. They can't go back. What should I do if I can't go back? If they can't go back, they will be alone, a man and a woman. Just the two of them. Just thinking about it makes people excited. God, I wrongly blamed you. You are not against me, but God is helping me. Zhang Che forcibly suppressed the excitement in his heart and could not let Tang Yunren see his excitement, otherwise she would be scared. Ahem. Zhang Che cleared his throat, looked at Tang Yunren pretending to be calm and said, it's raining so hard and the thunder is hitting endlessly. It's too dangerous to drive back like this. I think we might as well just do it. Just stay here for the night and go back tomorrow when the rain stops. Rumble, rumble, crackle, 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 the sound of thunder was very powerful. After Tang Yunren heard the thunder, he no longer hesitated. Well, you're right, it's better to wait until the rain stops before going back. God, you really care for me. Thank you, Moma *3 epsilon*. Crackling, 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 several thunderbolts struck in succession. At this time, the cell phone rang. Tang Yunren took out her mobile phone. The call was from Tang Phelan. Tang Yunren looked at Zhang Che and hesitated for 2 seconds before answering the phone. Hello, second brother. Shaoran, where are you? I'm at a friend's house. Which friend? Small. I just called you several times, but I didn't answer. So I called your best friend Jin Xiaoqiao. She said you were not at her place. Which friend's house did you go to? Tang Yunren had a little sweat on her head. Almost exposed. They are my friends from school that you don't know. Tang Yunren said she was worried, but she was very worried in her heart. Turn on the video. Turn on video. After Tang Yunren heard this, her first reaction was to look at Zhang Che. Zhang Che was right next to her, and it would be over if she turned on the video. I'm in someone else's boudoir, so it's not convenient for me to open it. When Tang Phelan heard this, he felt the same way. At this time, girls sleeping together must be wearing pajamas, which is indeed inconvenient. Where does your friend live? What's his name? Are he classmates in your class? Tang Phelan asked several questions in succession. Second brother, it's very late, so you don't have to worry about me. You can go to bed early. My friends and I are going to bed too. Oh well. After Tang Phelan hung up the phone, the furrow in his brows was enough to trap a fly. As soon as Tang Faizan came out of the room, he saw Tang Phelan holding his cell phone and frowning. What happened to you? Did you get dumped? Tang Phelan glanced at Tang Faizan speechlessly. It's not because of Shaoran. Because of Shaoran. Tang Faizan looked at Tang Phelan with confusion. Shaoran hasn't come back yet, so you're not worried at all. Why should he be worried? Shaoran told him when she went out that she was going out with Zhang Che, her brother-in-law. He couldn't be more relieved. You called Shaoran just now, what did she say? She said she was at a friend's house. That's fine, why are you worried? Why don't I need to worry? I asked her, who is her friend? I don't know her. She is sleeping with someone I don't know now. How can I not worry? Are you exaggerating? Her friend is a woman, not a man. Tang Faizan opened his big eyes and spoke confident lies. Tang Phelan's face darkened. If it was a man, I would let him die. Hiss, Tang Phelan took a breath of cold air. I mourn for Zhang Che in my heart. Thinking about the future road ahead for the two of them, it will be a long and long road. Was he thinking about making a mental preparation for Tang Phelan in advance? Thinking of this, Tang Faizan was no longer in a hurry to take a shower, but sat opposite Tang Phelan. There is a saying that goes well, if you don't keep your sister when she is old, you will become enemies if you keep her. Tang Phelan felt very strange when he heard Tang Faizan's words. Shaoran has grown up and has more and more ideas of his own. You can't watch him all day long, and you don't have that much energy. I don't have that much energy alone. Aren't there 3 of us? That makes sense. It actually left him speechless. No. What I mean is that Shaoran will eventually get married. The 3 of us will also marry and have children in the future, and have our own families. It is impossible to tie her to my side and keep her tied to me. Quote. Tang Phelan looked at Tang Faizan with doubtful eyes. Second brother, why are you staring at me like that? Wrong. What? Wrong. What? Wrong. Didn't you say that before? What? You said before that men are not good. If anyone dares to approach Shaoran without fear of death, you will be the first one to hit him and beat him until he doesn't even recognize him. Have I ever said such a thing? Have. Oh, that's right. Tang Faizan scratched the back of his head. At this moment, I wanted to tie Shaoran to my belt before, but recently I suddenly figured out that instead of worrying about Shaoran being bullied when she gets married in the future, it's better for us to choose someone who is good for her. Isn't it better to have people who can protect her and take care of her? When Tang Phelan heard this, he thought it made sense. At this time, Tang Faimu came out of the room. The third child is right, I agree. Really, right, what I said makes sense, right. Tang Faizan said that he was really happy from the bottom of his heart to have Tang Faimu's support and understanding. What do you think of Qingshu? Tang Faimu asked. No, he's too bad. If his sister marries him, she will be unlucky for 8 lifetimes. When Wu Qingshu was mentioned, Tang Faizan couldn't help but get excited. It's not that bad, right? That kid's appearance is just a bit off. He doesn't have much of an advantage in height, his body is lacking a bit, and he's a bit short on brains. But the rest is okay. Tang Faimu said. Regarding Tang Faimu's words, Tang Phelan nodded in agreement. Let's keep some things in mind in the future and introduce suitable ones to Shaoran. What they like is better than what Shaoran is coaxed away by the pretty girl's sweet words. Tang Faizan was not in a hurry to tell Zhang Che's matter at this time, otherwise the matter of Shaoran and Zhang Che being together tonight would most likely be exposed. Let's wait until we find a suitable opportunity in the future to discuss the matter between Zhang Che and Xiao Ran. The scene changes. In the car, Zhang Che and Tang Yunren put down their chairs and lay down. Zhang Che was facing Tang Yunren, but Tang Yunren had her back to him. Will you turn around? Tang Yunren opened her eyes, and her eyelashes trembled due to nervousness. Love experience value plus 685. I am used to sleeping on my side like this. Aren't you afraid of thunder? Not afraid. Zhang Che held it back for a moment. I am afraid. When it comes to chasing girls, you have to be brave. If you want face, there will always be competitors who are shameless. If you continue to be embarrassed, just wait to attend her wedding with someone else. Tang Yunren was stunned for a moment, turned around, and looked at Zhang Che with doubtful eyes. Are you afraid of thunder? Why didn't I know? You're not with me every day, so of course you don't know. She is not with you every day now, but in her previous life she was with you every day. She remembered that when there was thunder in the past, he didn't show any fear at all. Is it because he cares about the man's face and deliberately pretends not to be afraid? Tang Yunren felt that this possibility was not low. Just when Tang Yunren was thinking this, Zhang Che moved his body closer to Tang Yunren. Considering that Zhang Che was afraid of thunder, Tang Yunren did not hide away. Zhang Che saw that Tang Yunren did not refuse, so he boldly continued to test. Keep moving closer, and keep moving closer. He was so close that he could feel her breath spraying on his face. Shallow, warm, crispy, still a little fragrant. Zhang Che felt that every cell in his body was screaming and boiling. The beast inside is about to break out of its cage and come out to prey on its prey. Reason and impulse go back and forth. In the end, reason prevailed over the most primitive impulse. Zhang Che's current situation reminded him of a class his biology teacher had when he was in school. There was a saying from his biology teacher that remained fresh in his memory. The biggest difference between humans and ordinary actions is that ordinary animals give priority to physical actions. But people are different. People have thoughts and reason, and can control their own impulsive behaviors. When he heard the biology teacher say this before, he didn't take it to heart, he just heard such a theory. Now he has personal experience. He felt that if he were an animal now, facing the overwhelming temptation of a female of the same kind, he would definitely have started to reproduce. While Zhang Che was thinking freely, Tang Yunren's thoughts were also flying in a mess. Looking at the distance between the two, Tang Yunren felt that if there was a gap between the two seats, Zhang Che might be close to him. Not to mention that it was attached, there was just a gap now, which made her want to get into the gap shyly. Love experience value plus 999. Are you feeling better now? When Zhang Che heard Tang Yunren ask this, he withdrew his wandering thoughts. A little bit better. When Zhang Che said this, his eyes fell on Tang Yunren's hand. Now that they haven't confirmed their relationship, it's hard for him to do anything to Tang Yunren. But if I could hold Tang Yunren's hand and sleep tonight, it would be quite beautiful just thinking about it. Zhang Che's gaze was so naked that it was difficult for Tang Yunren not to notice it. She also guessed what he was thinking, But, was it really okay to sleep holding hands or something like that? Actually, if Zhang Che really wanted to drag her to sleep, she would be willing to do so. But if he didn't speak, she couldn't take the initiative to give him her hand, right? That would make her look too unreserved. Zhang Che continued to stare at Tang Yunren's hand, thinking with a headache. In this kind of lonely atmosphere, if he holds her hand so blatantly, will it scare her? She thinks that he is full of animality and wants to do some unspeakable things to her. How to do it? What kind of reason can you think of so that he can hold her hand naturally and logically? Just when Zhang Che had a headache, there was a rumbling. The opportunity has come. Zhang Che took advantage of the thunder and grabbed Tang Yunren's hand. Tang Yunren didn't expect Zhang Che to take action so suddenly, without any warning. Subconsciously, he wanted to pull it out of Zhang Che's big hand. Can you please let me hold on for a while, and I will let go after Lei is completely gone. Zhang Che said it in a timely manner. When Tang Yunren heard what Zhang Che said, she immediately gave up the idea of taking her hand away. Yeah, he nodded obediently. Go to sleep. Yes. Tang Yunren closed her eyes, adjusted her chaotic breathing and accelerated beating heart, feeling the warmth and sense of security conveyed by her big hands, and gradually fell into a beautiful dream. Seeing that Tang Yunren had not moved for a long time, Zhang Che opened his eyes and looked towards the girl. The girl slept very quietly, with picturesque features, shallow breathing and even pulse. It looks like he really fell asleep. Zhang Che slowly raised Tang Yunren's hand and rubbed the back of the fair and tender girl's hand a few times with his fingertips. It feels very good in hand. Looking at the hands of the two people holding each other, he thought that decades later, when they were old and gray, they would still be holding each other tightly like now. Close your eyes. Zhang Che lay down comfortably. After living 2 lives, he felt that this moment was the best. Wrong. It will get better and better in the future. Half an hour later, Zhang Che's sleepiness disappeared. The more he closed his eyes and slept, the more energetic he became. He felt as if he had taken some tonic medicine. Extremely excited. He exhaled a long breath of hot breath, opened his eyes, first looked at the rain hitting the car window, and then turned to look at Tang Yunren sleeping next to him. Tang Yunren still maintained the same sleeping position as before, except that a few strands of hair on the temples ran playfully onto her face and stuck to the corners of the girl's mouth. Zhang Che turned his body slightly, but his body still made a slight friction sound with the seat, which seemed extremely ambiguous in the quiet car. He started to gently push the hair stuck to the corner of Tang Yunren's mouth to one side, and stared at the girl who was close at hand. As I looked at it, I realized something was wrong with me. It's really terrible. He also deserves it. Now he has nothing to do with Tang Yunren and can't do anything to her. They had received a book in the previous life, so as long as he wanted, he could do whatever he wanted to Tang Yunren. As a result, he lived for more than 30 years and never touched Tang Yunren until his death. Now, even if I want to eat, I have to think about this and that. After enduring it for a while, Zhang Che couldn't stand it anymore. He felt that if he didn't do something with Tang Yunren tonight, he wouldn't have to sleep. Relying on his status as her husband in the previous life, Zhang Che took action. Get up. Press down. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.